Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Malice Reacts. It seems like the plan for the schedules are working out pretty good right now. The video we filmed yesterday is already uploading at the moment, which is a good enough reason to have a single video going and trying to get another one done. With that said, I believe tonight, Paranormal Files should have another video out. We are going to wait on that one until next week, Monday. And then by that point, they should also have that week's video out, which means that we can do this again next week with Paranormal Files. And in between, we can get everything else done, get caught up finally, and maybe make some other content for you all, if you're all interested. We got the final Thief game that I'm trying to play through. If you're interested in catching up on that franchise, do check out the links below. Or I should say, check out the playlists on the channel in the links below on this channel. I believe all except for Thief 3 have a full playthrough video list. Thief 3, I was actually doing highlight clips at the time, so check out the highlight clips. It's actually pretty fun, but not a lot of people were interested. They were at first, and then it kind of burned out real fast, and all that extra editing didn't really amount to any extra views, so I just said hell of it and went back to full stream videos. So if you're looking for long content, or at least an hour or two a piece, and you're interested in seeing me play through a franchise, there's the Thief series down below. At the very least, even if you don't go to the clips, you can still catch pretty much most of the ending, with a few exclusions as up to about the mid part on that particular playthrough. And right now you can catch everything I'm up to at this point in the regular game, except I did some of the side questing off stream, so that way we're not constantly spending all the time grinding money, because money is like the #1 resource in that game for getting unlocks. Anyways, getting on to a topic, I have had a snack already, so I should be good for a while as long as I don't get sleepy-eyed or overly antsy in my seat and need to get up and stretch. So without further ado, oh gosh, this is almost another 4-hour video. I was hoping it was going to be shorter. Maybe we will still have to take a break. We'll see how it goes. Going to have to be a very fast lunch when I finally want it. But we're going to... It's interesting. This one doesn't seem to be like a normal hotspot, frequently talked about place, even though this is like 4 hours. I bet you that's probably why it is 4 hours, so there's probably a lot of stuff to cover. But it seems like we're out in the forest, and also the people who own the property that the forest is on have been having strange things follow them back to the house. So it is a double investigation, house and forest, trying to find out what or who is out there. At least that's what they kind of teased in the opening bit. So without further ado, Paranormal Files. Where are we at? The Devil's Force, they're at least calling it for right now. Let's have a look, see what we got here.
2 young men accused of murdering a teenager as part of a satanic ritual.
10:23 this morning, we had someone call in. Human remains found in the wooded area.
This road is pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Tonight we're hearing from a firefighter who helped rescue a man in the Freetown State Forest. The man jumped off a rock ledge into the water, then didn't resurface.
Mello says he and 6 other first responders carried the man a mile out of the Freetown State Forest.
It's a very dangerous spot, though. We go to about a call there every other year, for something like serious like this.
Police are looking for clues after finding a body in a creek. Investigators
Another kind of true crime slash
when they made the discovery.
paranormal
Now they're
place.
waiting for the coroner to identify who they found.
I forget what it was called, but that park in Baltimore is very similar.
The debate has raged over whether this killing
was a crazy video. I'll never forget that one.
A Fall River man has been charged with murder after another man was found dead Tuesday night.
Sheena, the body was discovered in a wooded area in Fall River.
Our other top story at noon, more than a half dozen hikers have been found safe after they were lost overnight in the Freetown State Forest.
A 65-year-old man was found dead in the woods this morning, and his body had been there for quite a while.
State police are investigating the death of an individual found dead in the state forest this morning. At around 5 a.m., hunters found the body in the forest and called police.
This morning, a warning for hikers. This is scary to think about.
It is. It's worrisome for anybody out on these trails. The impacted areas are in the southeast region of the state. The Department of Conservation and Recreation specifically received reports of wires being strung in Freetown.
Wild that there's still places out there that can be so negative still.
The place kind of nightmares, frankly. This is a place you don't want to be at night. I mean, this is a forest known for satanic murders, for unsolved murders, for bodies being buried, for sightings of Bigfoot, UFOs, demons, ghosts. Every single paranormal event under the sun.
Every wild thing you possibly can think of outside of this forest.
And the forest itself sits in the dead center
got
of
my
the
gamer subs
Bridgewater
going.
Triangle, one of the most
Sweet 6-pack.
inexplicable paranormal
Hashtag not
triangles
sponsored.
in the world, right next to the
Hashtag
Bermuda
sponsored.
Triangle.
I have a flavor idea.
Frankly, this place is terrifying. I've been there before. I swear to God, we heard Bigfoot when I was there back in 2018. It was a metallic sounding howl that echoed from somewhere deep in the woods. It's unlike anything I've ever heard.
My boys heard a
That's a whole different
Bigfoot.
story.
Damn.
I just remember the last
know about
time
that
being
one.
at the Freetown State Forest, being scared shitless. Something happened to me while I was in there, and I literally ran from the woods to the car. And this night was no different. And in fact, this night turned into something much worse and much more shocking, actually. You guys aren't ready for what we're about to show you.
So Freetown State Forest.
Apparently, Lizzie Borden Murder
forests
House has
anywhere
nothing
you
on
go
this
are
shit.
Usually pretty creepy. I mean, you don't know what's out there in the woods, but I don't think I really understood how dark and ominous that this night would get. There's something about a forest at night making you feel like you're always being watched.
Oh yeah.
But when you add it being haunted on top of that, you don't even know
And all the
where
weird
these
things
people are
that
watching you from.
people have apparently seen
But
out
you know
there.
that they
Just
are.
like,
Before
oh,
we get
fuck.
into our investigation, though,
Ain't
I
walking
feel like
out
I
there
need to
without a
give you guys
shotgun,
a little bit of
goddammit.
history about the Bridgewater Triangle, some of the satanic murders that happened there.
Call me now for your free
And,
magic shotgun.
yeah, just some of the crazy shit that happened just
Shoots
in the
some
middle of
product
those
energy.
woods.
The Freetown State Forest is known as one of the most haunted forests in
I got
America
too
for a reason.
caught up in my
And
goodness.
yeah, just some of the crazy shit that happens in the middle of those woods.
The Freetown State Forest is known as one of the most haunted forests in America for a reason. It sits in the center of a paranormal vortex known as the Bridgewater Triangle, where for decades, people have reported all sorts of disturbing and interesting paranormal phenomenon. The Freetown Fall River State Forest itself is a large area of forest,
I
about
think Twin
5,000
Paranormal
acres,
did
in
another
an otherwise
area in
densely
this,
populated area.
like,
The
last
forest
year.
area and surrounding settlements themselves had significance during the King Philip's War, otherwise known as the deadliest war in American history, not because it was the site of any particular battles, but more due to the fact that the territory was often contested and went back and forth in ownership between the Wampanoags and the English due to the always shifting alliances and backhanded betrayals that were typical of the war. It's unknown how many people were murdered on those grounds during that bloody war, but the shallow graves of both colonial settlers who were killed during the fighting and of indigenous tribespeople are scattered throughout the woods. In the middle of the forest lies an old quarry, now known as the Ledge, which is the epicenter of a lot of the paranormal reports there. In fact, the Ledge is famous because Ronald Reagan once claimed that he saw phantom lights and a UFO in the sky while hiking at that spot. The Ledge, unfortunately, has also become a hotspot for people to take their own lives, and the place even has its own famous ghost.
Yeah, the
Lady
boys
of the
saw
Ledge,
some lights
a
out
phantom
there
woman
that
seen on
spooked the
moonlit
fucking
nights.
shit out of them
The
because they
granite pulled out of
realized
this
other
area
people
back
were
when
out
it used to
there
be a
and
quarry
what they
was
were
also
doing out
used to
there.
build
They
a
don't
nearby
know,
abandoned
but it
Thompson
didn't
State
seem
Hospital,
right.
a mental asylum, the grounds of which are apparently haunted as well. The Freetown State Forest is also home to the Pukwudgies, who are trickster earth elemental spirits, much like trolls or elves from the Wampanoag myth. It's said that Pukwudgies aren't the friendliest to humans, and they were feared creatures. Interestingly enough, there continue to be Pukwudgie sightings in the forest to this day. The forest is most infamous, however, for its association with dark, disturbing crimes. In the late 70s, the body of a 15-year-old girl named Mary Lou Arruda was found tied to a tree. She had been abducted from a nearby town, assaulted, and left tied to a tree deep in the woods. Her body wouldn't be found for a while after the crime, and when it was discovered, it was rotted and almost unrecognizable. Just a year or so later, the Freetown State Forest was known to be the playground of Carl Drew, Robin Murphy, and their satanic Fall River cult. If you don't know the story of the Fall River cult murders, I would highly suggest that you check it out for yourself. But to sum it up quickly, the first murder, that of 17-year-old Doreen Levesque, was committed on the night of October 13, 1979. Her body was found under the bleachers of Demon Regional Vocational Technical High School in Fall River the following morning. No person was ever convicted of Doreen's murder, and it remains unsolved to this day. The murder of the next victim, 19-year-old Barbara Raposa, was committed on November 7, 1979. Almost a month later, but her body was not discovered until January 26, 1980. A man named Andy Meltice, a man suspected of being involved with the satanic Fall River cult, was eventually convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the Raposa murder. But the theory remains that there were more people involved in that killing than were brought to justice. The third murder, that of 20-year-old Karen Marsden, is thought to have been committed on February 8, 1980. Portions of her skull were discovered on April 13th of that same year. Her body has never been recovered. Multiple individuals were charged in the Marsden murder, but only Carl Drew, the leader of the satanic cult, and Robin Murphy, his disciple, were convicted. Carl Drew was convicted at trial and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and Robin Murphy pleaded guilty to second-degree murder as part of an agreement to testify on behalf of the prosecution and claimed that Carl Drew set up and orchestrated the killing. This short summary doesn't really illustrate how deeply disturbing these murders were or their inherent connections to the Freetown State Forest, so I'm going to read you an excerpt from an article published in a local newspaper that provides some more details. The story covered the beginning of the second week of the trial of Carl Drew, then 26, a Fall River pimp and self-proclaimed devil worshiper. Carl was on trial for the February 1980 murder of Karen Marsden, a Fall River prostitute, whose skull and other remains were found in a wooded area of Westport in April the same year. While on trial for Marsden's murder, Carl was also under indictment for the October 1979 killing of Doreen Levesque, another Fall River prostitute. Prosecutors claimed Carl Drew called himself the son of Satan and killed Marsden because she had been present at the Levesque murder months earlier. The story said the star witness for the prosecution, Robin Murphy, an 18-year-old prostitute who made a deal with prosecutors for testifying against Carl, said she killed Marsden and was possessed by Satan when she murdered the young woman. She wouldn't have killed her otherwise because they were lesbian lovers and roommates. At the trial, Murphy said that she, Carl, and two others had driven Karen to a wooded area of Westport where they got out of the car, and Carl began dragging Karen through the woods by her throat and hair. Carl told Karen to give Murphy a ring she was wearing, but she refused, so Carl cut her finger off to get it. Murphy then further testified that Karen cried that God would help her after Carl told her she was going to suffer. Carl then threw Karen on the ground several times, and Murphy said she heard her neck snap. Then Carl handed her a knife and ordered her to cut Karen's throat. "And what did you do?" asked the prosecuting attorney. "Cut her throat," Murphy responded softly. After that, Carl tore her head from her body. "He just yanked and kicked the head," she said. Carl then carved an X into the victim's chest and spoke a different language, then put his thumb into her blood and made an X on Murphy's forehead and told her she was a member of the satanic cult. This ritual was similar to the one performed in October when Doreen Levesque was killed, Murphy said. In a packed and shocked courtroom, she also described seances led by Carl, who used the same incomprehensible speech to conjure the devil at satanic meetings held at the Freetown State Forest. A skull and a substance Murphy believed to be blood were also used in the seances in the forest. On cross-examination by the defense attorney, she said she attended 10 such cult meetings in the woods between October of 1979 and February of 1980, including the two meetings where Levesque and Marsden were killed. The killing of Doreen Levesque was an offering of the soul to Satan, and so was the killing of Miss Marsden, she said. So it was essentially the Freetown State Forest that served as the ritual grounds for this demented satanic cult. To this day, people in the area theorize that the cult may have had more victims, that more local missing persons cases may be connected to the cult, and that the cult included members that reached all the way to the business elite, the rich people in Fall River, Massachusetts. But the true victim count remains a mystery. The location of Karen Marsden's headless body also remains a mystery. Maybe it's somewhere in the Freetown State Forest. For years, rumors have also circulated that the Freetown Forest cult tortured, mutilated, and murdered people in a place called the Ice Shack, which was found deep in the Freetown State Forest. Although it's widely suspected that these acts occurred there, it was never proven. At around the same time that detectives were uncovering the truth behind the Fall River cult murders, investigators also uncovered an underground bunker deep in the forest complete with creepy old children's toys, baby dolls, and a child's chair with restraints. The theory is that this bunker was used by a local couple that, at the time, in the newspapers had been accused of molesting their child in a satanic ritual. Although it was never officially proven by the police to be linked, the theory still runs strong today, and the bunker has never been explained. Weird occurrences and crimes have continued over the last 30 years in the forest, including the murder of a homeless individual in 1987, 2 men that were shot and killed in the forest in 2001, hazardous waste dumping, roving packs of aggressive dogs, mutilated cows that were found in the woods drained of their blood, and in 2015, someone was stringing wire between trees to harm dirt bikers. This person, who put up these wires, who still has never been caught, strung metal wire between the trunks of trees hoping that motorbike riders would hit the wire going at a high speed and it would decapitate them or seriously harm them. So, to put that into perspective, in 2015, someone was booby-trapping the woods with metal wire hoping to cut people's heads off. So, if there's a forest that's going to have an evil, dark, demonic presence, it's definitely the Freetown State Forest.
No kidding.
I don't really even need to say much more.
So, to start our investigation, a few months ago, I got an email from a woman named Tori. Now, Tori wrote me saying Paranormal 911 need help. And she was talking about how her family was experiencing a dark, violent, kind of evil-seeming haunting in their apartment. And she thinks it came from the Freetown State Forest. So obviously that was compelling to hear. I reached out to her, and finally on this trip we were able to link up with her. So, yeah, this story gets dark and twisted, but before we get into her apartment and the serial killers and everything, I'm going to let Tori take us on a tour of some of the spookiest spots where she's experienced things inside of that forest.
There we go.
So we went out there last night, and immediately I just felt like there was something wrong. I went from very talkative at the beginning, and then I just went silent. I felt like so depressed, like something was changing my mood. And then as we got further down and we turned around at the end, he started to get really panicky, and I kept feeling like we were being watched, basically. And I feel like that all the time when we're there, but this time it was way worse. And he's usually like cool, calm, and collected, as long as he doesn't like have to get out of the car. And he started to like get really panicky. He was like, we have to get out of here. Like, he felt like he couldn't breathe. And about halfway through of getting back out, I just got hit with like this wave of sadness, and I just started crying. And then I was fine. And then I started crying again. It was so weird. And it kind of alarmed me, because prior to that, I started crying at home because I think whatever is in the forest has followed me home before, and it's affecting my entire family. My mom is a skeptic, but she's terrified to stay home alone. And my brother, he will literally keep all of the lights on in every single room in the house, even if he's not in that room. He's petrified, and he's only 14, so it's kind of alarming. And so we're going to take you to some of the spots.
Brother's awfully young.
Have kind of...
What of activity?
Yeah, it's...
So you think that this attachment came from one of these areas?
Yes.
I guess we can talk about it more once we get there.
Yeah, and there's one specific spirit that I believe has been seen where we live, and I think she's the one that's affecting my moods. Her story is super, super tragic, and I can understand why I'm getting hit with like waves of sadness and feeling like I can't breathe. And in some parts of the forest, as soon as we get to those spots from the neck up, I get sharp pains in like my upper spine. I have headaches. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I get really sick. There have been times when we came out, and at those spots, I literally was like, I have to go to sleep because I can't deal with this. Like, I can't deal with it. It's so bad. So.
What am I getting myself into?
The
Welcome
forest
to
is no
it,
joke.
Connor.
Like, there have been so many like public figures that have come out here, and they literally left and was like, I'm never ever coming back here.
John F. Kennedy, right?
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, Reagan. Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess let's get started.
Absolutely.
When you guys are ready.
Yes.
I'm going to turn off this light so you can actually see.
Copycut Road is the beginning of like the entrance to the forest. This is where we were originally going to meet, but it's so dark out here, we didn't want your car to get hit.
This is kind of where the energy starts to...
And one other thing is there's train tracks down here. Nothing ever happens in this area, but once you pass those train tracks, that's when it starts to feel a little weird.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as we passed those train tracks last night, I just like shut down.
There was one time we were leaving, and as soon as we passed over those, I felt totally fine, like nothing was gonna happen. It's totally normal.
What do you guys think that is?
I personally, so before we came to the forest last night, we went to the spirit that I think is trying to contact me. We went to her memorial, and I did an Estes method with him. We were trying to talk to her, let her know that we were coming into the forest, if she wanted to talk to us, if she needed to say anything, to, you know, kind of be louder, because there's a negative energy here that tries to kind of silence her every time we do the Estes method. And
are these the tracks, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is where the evil begins.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh shit, we're now.
We're at the starting line, no turning back.
And
do not pass go. Do not collect
sorry, I get like a little
$200.
panicky when we go over the
directly
tracks.
to the forest.
The minute that we kind of got near the forest, I felt like something wrong was around us. Like I just didn't feel right. And then we got over those tracks, and my just every part of me just shut down, and I just went silent.
Just last night?
Yeah, this was last night. It was what, like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, but that's when we got here.
Yeah, because we were doing this until like 5 or 6 a.m.
But your attachment has been a thing for a long time now, because you emailed me like months ago.
Yeah, so I have had these experiences since I was a child. And my mom always said it was like imaginary friends, like she's just being a kid. And so she kind of ignored it. And so I stopped talking about it. I didn't know if there was something wrong with me, like if I was going crazy. Like I just like didn't tell anybody for a really long time after that. And then I started sleepwalking. And I was like 5 or 6 years old. I started sleepwalking. I ended up in places that I shouldn't have ended up in. Like I got stuck behind an entertainment center that was screwed into the wall.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. To this day, we do not know how I got in there. It took her forever to find me because I literally, I couldn't move to show her where I was. It was traumatizing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I ended up, she had a bed that kind of had baseboards on the side. And this was way before my brother was born, too. And so nothing could get in and nothing could come out. And I woke up because I just jumped up and I smacked my head on something. And I was like, okay, I'm not in my bed because I wouldn't have smacked my head. And so I'm trying to crawl out from wherever I am and I feel wood. And so my thought was that maybe I was abducted. Maybe I was trapped in a box. I don't know where I am. I started freaking out and I started kicking the wood. And I hear my mom. I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again. And so she had to get a screwdriver and open the baseboards under her bed to get me out. Yeah.
How the hell did you get in there?
And now it's happening to my brother. And when he sleepwalks, he gets violent.
Oh, God.
He came in my room one night and he got in my face and he just tore my bedroom apart. And then I finally got him to calm down, and he was still sleepwalking at this point. And he just started cursing at me, and he's very protective of me and my mom because it's just us three. So I know this isn't him. He just walks out of my room, leaves my door wide open, walks out into the pitch dark into the rest of the house, and just goes to bed. Like nothing happened. He didn't remember a single thing the next day. He didn't even believe me.
That's crazy.
Yep, he was sleeping over his friend's house, 1 or 2 houses down. He got up out of his friend's bed. No shoes, no shirt, his phone, his keys, nothing. And walked home and just stood outside of our front door.
Whoa.
His friend followed him home to make sure that he was okay because he didn't know what was going on.
Do you think that this energy from the forest is affecting your family?
I think so.
Yeah?
It's either that or something that has been with me since I was a kid.
I mean, even if it's something that was with you since you were younger, I'm sure coming out here and attracting something else definitely wouldn't help.
Yeah, definitely made it worse.
Especially with your visions and the stuff that you've experienced, the activity that's happening here and at your place. It's crazy.
Yep. It happened last night. I kept seeing, so the girl that we're talking about, how she died, she was tied to a tree. And I kept seeing this image in my head as we were driving through to get out of like this circle, and there's trees around it, and there's a tree in the middle. And it's kind of slanted, and you can see like markings in it. And every time I tried to think about something else to forget about it, I started getting like sharp pains in my head. And it scared me so bad because I didn't know what was going on. And I told him, I was like, every time I try to think about something else or I get distracted from whatever I'm seeing, it hurts.
Wow. Why well, I guess I'll just wait till we get out of the car to have you explain like who the girl is. You've seen red eyes in there?
In the woods, yeah. You have, right?
Yeah. I've seen eyes start down here and go up. And as soon as I say something, it's like they blink and they're gone.
God.
And I feel like if it was an animal, if they were running, they probably, I'd hear them because it's so dense that you really can't run without something hearing you. And I had all the windows were open because when we were coming with like more than just the two of us, we always kept our windows open so we could hear things. We would hear it, and I feel like if an animal's running away, they probably wouldn't keep their eyes closed.
Right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. And
Just
I was the only one that saw it that time.
The glowing eyes, like a blink.
And it scared me because I think that was one of the first experiences I had other than the pain that I was feeling.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff, yeah.
Show them the sides with your daylights. This is how we usually drive out here, so that we can see the tree lines.
Oh, wow.
Because that's usually where I see things. But he still has a little bit of light out here, so that if something goes by the front of the car, he can still see it.
That actually looks so crazy creepy on my camera. You really, oh my God, yeah, I can.
The other thing too I didn't mention to you guys is the mad trucker.
Like I said, we've experienced pretty much everything except for Bigfoot so far.
Yep, last night was the first time for Skinwalker, I think.
Yeah, and then you just said that we saw the mad trucker. That was terrifying because he was like literally bumper to bumper with us.
What's the mad trucker?
I think you know more about it than I do.
I've done a lot of research since. So it's down this road here. Oop, here's the potholes. It's farther down, but before we even knew about the whole mad trucker situation, we saw a truck parked on the side of the road and nobody was in it. The lights were on. It was running, and it was parked next to a gate that led to a path. And this is obviously an area where people come out, dead bodies have been found out here and stuff. So could have been that, but we think it was the mad trucker because as soon as we drove by it, so we went by it one time and then we had to turn around. We came back this way, going the opposite way, and it was still parked there. But as soon as we drove by it the second time, it started following us and it was tailgating us. And the only thing we didn't hear was the horn. Supposedly it goes behind you, drives behind you very quick, and it blares the horn. It just beeps it a few times, and then it just disappears. But everything happened to us but the horn, but it disappeared out of nowhere. We looked back and it's just gone.
Yeah, and either way, let's say that it wasn't a ghost car, you still got fucking chased out of here. Wait, what is that?
That's a tarp.
We
saw that last night.
It scared us so bad last night. We thought it was like a trash bag.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm used to Lincoln Park where they find bodies and
Lincoln Park,
animals wrapped in bags all the time. Still though, like I said, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Either way you cut it.
Yep.
Not to alarm you guys, but I'm starting to get that panicky feeling. And that's how this usually starts, is I start to feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Yeah, what area is this? Is just
This is like, I feel like, what would you call this? Like the back of, like the back roads of the forest?
Back, yeah, that's...
Like, the first time we came out here, we were like, okay, it's creepy, and then we couldn't find it because it was like so far back that like we lost service. Like, it's like the terrorizing part of the forest, I feel like.
This is the area here where I think we saw the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
It was more condensed because a little while ago the road was wide open more, but...
Yeah, wasn't it like right here?
I think so.
And you like slammed on your brakes.
Oh yeah, it was very close to our car.
Yeah, I'm getting that eerie feeling back here as well.
Yeah, I feel like I always have like pressure on my chest. And then the further we go in is when like my head kind of starts to get foggy and I start to feel like I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna pass out, sometimes I feel like it's just like a really bad migraine, and as soon as we leave I'm fine.
God, this is fucking spooky. I turn my light off so people can see what it looks like.
It's terrifying.
Oh my god, dude.
Imagine spotting eyes looking back at you from those trees.
I've gotten out of the car twice, and as soon as I got to the tree line, I just felt like crap.
So do you guys think it's dangerous to come out here at night?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there's definitely cults and stuff out here too.
Yeah.
We've
a lot
never
of
seen anything from cults.
Yeah, after the 70s and 80s, I feel like there was a lot of investigations around cults and like the rumors of cult killings because of how many bodies they were finding out here. And they say to this day, like, if you go hiking far enough, because it's massive, you'll probably find a body out here. And so I feel like a lot of cults were getting caught, and some of them like moved over to the Hockomock Swamp, which I think human-wise is by far more dangerous. But here, I feel like it's the energy and the activity that goes on out here that makes this way scarier because it's things that you can't see.
Well, thank you for that cheery warning.
Thank you for the lovely warning. So heartwarming.
Yeah, we've never been to the Hockomock Swamp.
I didn't even make it more than a mile.
We were very close though.
We were?
Yeah.
Because we were walking for a long time.
Yeah. We almost made it.
It was daylight, and as soon as you get over that overhang, pitch black.
Yeah, we were there like 5 p.m. during the summer.
We could not see
totally dark.
More than like 5 feet in front of us. We had headlights on. We had flashlights. We literally had every light you could think of, and we could not see more than a few feet in front of our faces.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day too.
Yeah. That's like as soon as you get into like the actual entrance of the trail to the swamp, pitch black. The only feeling I can describe about that place is just watch your back, honestly.
Well, is there a place that we're gonna drive and get out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you want to get out, get out.
So this dirt part of the forest is where I've seen the shadow figures. I've heard people talking right next to the car and there's nobody there. I've heard people walk up to the car and there's nobody there. This is a little bit further down when you're going towards the what is it, a power plant that they just built, is where I have gotten like the worst of the worst headaches. This is the power plant.
This is where I think we should get out first.
Yes, most definitely. This is where I saw the spirit with the lantern.
Perfect.
Ooh.
That
sounds
freaky, dude.
Yeah.
Creepy in
He would
particular,
have
yeah.
come deep in with us, and we felt like something was in here. We felt like we were being watched, and then there used to be, is it still out here, James? That tunnel thing?
No,
When they were doing construction, there was like this massive like cylinder thing, and me and her walked by it, and we saw something like crouched in it. And we kind of went like this, like, did we just see that? And it was gone. And he got back in the car. He was like, I'm so good with whatever you guys saw. And so we kind of looked around for it, and there used to be lights out here, I feel like, from when they were doing construction, so it wasn't this dark either. And we couldn't find anything anywhere. Like, it just, like, it vanished.
What
did
it
gone.
Look like?
It wasn't all black. It had like a little bit of color to it. I want to say like maybe like gray. It was like black and gray. And it was skinny, and it had long arms and legs, and it was bald. And it was just crouched on the ground.
What? Where?
Inside the cylinder that
Right
they were
here?
Yeah, it was like right around here. This wasn't as grown out either, I feel like. It wasn't. And it was just like this big cylinder that they were using for construction.
Yeah, this is... I can see why this could be very, very creepy.
Also, on this side, where the cylinder was actually, I've seen, like, eyes kind of go from here up. It's in this area over here. And then a little bit further down is where I saw the black shadow literally go like 8 feet and peek out from behind the tree.
Yeah.
So, this place, and I always feel like I'm being watched here. Like something is just moving all around you, like super fast, and you're being just watched from all angles. Ever since we saw whatever that was, and I feel like it definitely saw us. I don't like it out here. I don't.
You saw
get
into
out
the
of car
darkness,
here
and the
anymore.
darkness looked back.
Except for right now.
Except for right now. Yeah, no.
This is your last time.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. I haven't. When was that? Like a year ago, maybe more.
Yeah, maybe one.
And all the times we've been down here since, I have not gotten out of the car here. I won't do it.
So real quickly, can you both introduce yourselves and kind of say where we are? Because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Tori. I live literally right in the middle of the Bridgewater Triangle. We're in the Freetown State Forest right now. And I have some kind of ability that I don't know how to control yet.
I'm James. I'm Tori's friend. I've been I'm coming here for a little while now, about 10 years off and on. But Tori's definitely the one that's seen the most, I'd say.
Yeah.
And you guys both have had some pretty crazy experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's seen the more physical things, and I feel like mine is things that nobody else can see, which is really terrifying.
So when we pulled over here, you talked about a lantern ghost.
Yeah, so
Can you
it's actually
explain like where we are first?
Yeah, so this is a new power plant that they just built recently. Before it was just a construction zone. And so we would stop here all the time, and like, because I always felt like there was something weird about this place. And me and my friends would get out, and he you would say like right here is how far he would go, maybe a little bit farther back. He would stay close to the car. Me and my friend Taylor saw something in the cylinder, like I said, and I just never felt right here. And then more recently, we were in the car, and I won't get out of the car anymore usually. And straight down the middle of the path, I saw like this glowing lantern. Like I could see like it flickering, and it looked like I could see the outline of somebody walking. And he kept walking, and I could tell from the way he was moving that it was walking towards us. And so we sat there for a while because we didn't know if it was a person or if it was something else. And the more we sat there, the more we realized he wasn't moving. Like he was walking, but he was like walking in place. It was weird. And then he was gone.
Yeah.
We saw something on the tree lines over there that caught our attention. I pulled up my phone to video camera it, and as soon as I went to go look up with my phone, gone. I looked back down
That's how it always goes.
to the spirit or whatever it was with the lantern, and he was gone. And we were out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty
enough
spooky
in one
down
night.
there.
Yeah.
I think the farthest I've been is like maybe a little bit past these columns.
Well, something I think is interesting that we should point out is the fact that there's a power plant in the middle of a haunted forest.
Out here in
And
the
ghosts
boonies,
and
yeah.
paranormal is,
Pumping out EMF.
yeah, it's powered by EMF, and that's like the fucking mega battery, bro. That's powering all of this forest. I mean, like,
Yeah,
what
now
the
that
hell,
thing is-
man?
And we're constantly
now
switching back
that
and
thing
forth
is
between
making a
this
whole
charger
bunch
because
of
when we're
residual
out
energy
here,
that can
our
feed
phones die
everything out
fast.
here.
Oh, I've come here with a friend.
So he actually brought an extra charger in case you guys need it because we fight over his charger.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
We were on the phone last night talking about all of the spots that I've been most affected and he's been most affected. And as soon as we got off the phone, my phone went from like 92% to 60% in like 30 seconds. And this is a brand new phone. I literally just got it like 2 months ago. And then after I got off the phone with you guys, I called him and my phone started glitching like crazy. We had to hang up and try to recall each other because it wouldn't stop.
It knew we were coming.
I feel you.
Last night we were doing the Estes method and it told us to come alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it didn't want us to come?
It was not happy. And it was the male energy that I feel. It kept saying, come alone. And then didn't at one point say, don't you listen?
Yeah. That was,
It's saying like come alone with all the weird shit that's happened with like abductions and stuff like that out here.
Yeah. Right. There's something that's always trying to get me to go into the trees by myself, and I won't do it.
It's like, it's so strange. It feels like you're just, like you said, being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that fucking tree line is just like, I don't know. While you were talking, I just kind of felt like something over there, deeper in the forest, kind of walk up. Not to sound like crazy, like I've only been here like 5 minutes, but.
Yeah. There are times where I feel like I can feel it from every angle. Like it's just either moving really fast around me or there's multiple out here. This is the area where I heard somebody walk up to the car and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
I was in the back seat where you're sitting and I had my window down and I thought I saw something over here and then I heard walk up to my window. Nothing there.
Estes method,
No, we weren't doing that Estes method. We were with your friend.
Oh.
And he was in the front seat. And then I told you guys to be quiet because you were trying to figure out where we wanted to go next. And that's when I heard the voices like diagonal behind me. This area is, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
This area, so creepy.
Yeah.
My brother, he's like traumatized from.
Like, even, it's so weird around here.
I had this same feeling the last time where you can just hear like little like in the peripheral
Yeah.
audio in your brain, you know? I don't know if you're like inventing that or it's the wind or there actually are little puckwudgies walking around.
Right down.
You saw Puckwudgie?
Oh, me and my
right out
friend,
in
we
front of
both
his
looked
car.
at each other. That's kind of how I know that was what we saw because we were just driving and my friend was sitting on the passenger seat. Tori was sitting in the back. And yeah, we were just driving and out of nowhere it just ran right in front of the car, but it was so small it didn't look like an animal. It was it was weird.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
Dude, I would love to see a Puckwudgie.
I'll let you see him when I'm not around, man.
Ooh. All right.
While he's home alone.
Hey, American Air Spirits
He
are going to
said
get you.
scratches on the window screen, noises coming from my closet, spirits mimicking our voices and our lost loved ones' voices, seeing dark figures around the house. And then he texted me more later and he said knocking on the doors when nobody's home, like the bedroom doors, and hangers that are untouched, no windows open, swinging uncontrollably.
That's all stuff that's been happening in your house?
Yeah, just to my brother alone.
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, it's fine.
At one point, he started coming with us because he didn't want to stay home alone, and he just ended up more scared.
I bet.
because my mom works.
More of what he was
She's a bartender.
experiencing. He's just saying on this force. It's
so
like,
she works
oh,
super
hell
late.
no.
This is usually when we come out here. He was like, Sissy, I'm not staying home alone. He's like, the last time I stayed home alone, something happened and I'm not doing it. He was like, something creeped up to my door and I could hear it breathing. And the floor started like, because we don't have real hardwood floors. We have like the fake hardwood floors. And so when you walk, you can see like the floor kind of move. And so he was like, I peeked my head out the door and I saw the floor moving like somebody was walking, and I'm never doing it again.
Wow. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. He has this sign on his door, and it's wire with like a, he has like a tiny command strip, and he forces it in there, so you have to force it back out. He shut his door, and he doesn't slam it because my mom, he used to slam things all the time, and my mom finally got him to like close doors like a normal person. And he was just sitting in his room and he heard the sign like scraping his door, and then he heard something hit the floor. So he opened his door and he realized the sign was gone. And you know how when things like fall, they're not like, they're kind of like scattered, like it looks like things are scattered. It was perfectly placed, aligned with his doorway, waiting for him to pick it up and fix it.
So creepy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come investigate your house.
Honestly.
It's really bad. Like,
so that's very tough.
Yeah, tonight I think we're going to try at least talk to whatever's here. See if we can get some answers on what might be talking to you.
When we do the Estes method and it's his turn, it only wants to talk to me. Especially when we did it at my house. Because we did it at my house when it started to get really bad because I wanted to figure out what it was. And I figured the Estes method was the lesser of two evils. Like, no Ouija board, no, like, none of that stuff. And so we started it, and I didn't really, I don't think I really told you everything that was going on in my house. Like, I didn't tell you about the shadows in the bathroom as much. I didn't tell you, like, I told you about, like, the scratches on the window. I told you about my mom's door opening and slamming closed when she wasn't home. I told you about my bag that was, like, thrown across the kitchen. I thought somebody broke in.
Oh, yeah.
So he was doing the Estes method, and I was asking questions, and at one point it was saying, it's her, we want to talk to her. And then you were asking some questions about me being a medium, if I remember back from the files, because we have them, like we recorded all of them. And it was saying that I was the one that they needed help. And then a few days after that, my brother heard knocking on his closet door. It was like frantic, like something was trying to get out. And so he called me into his bedroom and he was like, wait, just listen. And so I moved closer and I literally just like emotionally broke. I started crying. It freaked my brother out. He started recording me because he didn't know what was going on. And the more I cried, the more the knocking happened. And so I'm like, why am I always feeling sad around certain areas? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then I found out about the Aruda case and what she went through, and I don't know, I just feel like it makes sense. And when she's around, I don't feel negative, I just feel sad and I feel scared.
I know the feeling. We've had a couple times at locations where like you just have this wave of sadness come over you, then it's like not explainable. Because even for me, I'm not an emotional person at all, but I've learned that I'm kind of empathetic to spirits. And so like I have waves of sadness come over to me where I start crying, and I'm like, Colin never sees me cry, like ever. No. And so like when he sees me, he's like, oh shit, like this is real.
Yeah, last night was the first time you've ever seen me cry.
Yep.
I don't like crying in front of people either. I feel uncomfortable when I do it. Like, I don't like people seeing my emotions. I feel like it like makes me look too vulnerable.
Especially on camera too.
No, seriously, like he was doing a live stream last night so he could, because it was just easier for him to save them to his TikTok once he was finished so he could look through it. And I literally just started crying while he was on live twice. Like, there were people hearing me cry. And I was like,
Don't look at me.
oh my God. And at one point he tried to like show them that I was crying, and I was like,
don't look at me.
Get
Don't
the
ever
camera out
look
of
at
my
me.
face.
You always do that, though, so.
True.
Well, are we gonna get out here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Let's
this
hop
is
out of the
about
car.
If I do get out of the car on one of the the straighter roads, I won't go past like here.
Great. Oh shit. Well, this is f***ing creepy.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear that?
I heard something down the other side. It was like, yeah.
What the f***? That came from like right here. Okay, anyways. Why did we stop here?
This is where this is another location where I've seen that shadow that kind of reaches about 8 feet. He peeks out from the trees. I've told him to stop here so many times. Like, he'll be doing the speed limit, and I'll be like, stop the car. And I roll down my window, and I feel like I see something, but we didn't have flashlights like this before, so I couldn't really see too far down. And I'm like, I swear I just saw something. Like, I don't know what it was. And then
Freaky down there.
yeah. Go around this more. Especially when you look down that road, that's the left side. That's the one that's incredibly hard to drive down. You feel like, even though you can't see something, you feel like something's in the road, just watching you.
It's a weird feeling.
I mean, it looks, once again, I hate to just keep saying it looks creepy, but it looks f***ing creepy.
That's just the only way to describe this
Yeah.
place, honestly. Like,
Right down this way here, just a little past that tree is where I saw the puckwitty.
Really?
Yep. That's another reason why I won't get out here.
I only remember because of that tree.
Yep.
That's a remarkable tree. Hard to miss that one.
Yeah, around this area is where I see something peeking out and like kind of playing peekaboo, like seeing if I follow it.
So what do you guys think is like haunting this area? Do you have any idea? Like what it feels like?
It's a lot of different things, I think.
There have been so many people killed here. There have been so many satanic rituals here. People literally find pentagrams like carved out in the dirt, just still there, even if it's like super
Cliff
old.
has a
just
few
still there,
questionable
not washed
symbols
away
on
from
too.
the rain. And sometimes they find, like they found a bunch of cows out here once. Like there was a sacrifice with cows. How did they get cows into the middle of the forest? Like you just can't explain half of this stuff. It's scary. And if you run into the wrong people, it gets very dangerous because they don't care. They will do anything they can to stop you and to get you away.
Why do you guys think that this area is kind of like a magnet for satanic stuff or like evil cult activity?
If you see how dense this forest is, it's really hard to get caught.
It's the most likely.
Yeah, and I feel like, oh, they got away with it. Let's go do it. Oh, they got away with it. Let's go do it. Oh, the cults are getting away with this? I can dump a body here. Like, I just feel like people kind of over time started to realize, like, how easy it was to do things out here and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, even you look just right over here into the bushes. You dump a body out there, no one's going to go digging through those branches and bushes to look for stuff. I mean, even you smell like something rotting, you're like, oh, it's an animal.
It's got a funky smell out here.
Yeah.
This spot specifically, it's not really, kind of still far away from all the houses and stuff too. So.
If you think it smells funky out here, you're gonna hate the swamp. It's bad, especially near the dog track. It smells so bad. But we've heard like human but non-human like noises out here, like like trying to mimic people. We've heard like really loud footsteps. Like they do not care, like if we hear them or not. They're like, we're here. If you don't like it, you can get out. And there's like, I believe when I was doing research, there was like talks of wendigos and
Snap, snap.
of course the
Don't like it,
skinwalkers,
then get out my
Bigfoot,
forest.
and I think that like that just goes way back.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you think about it, think of how many bodies are probably out here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not even just murder victims, but like indigenous graves, and fucking missing
Bridges,
people.
graves, missing people, the
like,
colonists, graves,
just like buried mob
war,
hits,
all that,
shit like that. People that were
gotta
just
be everywhere.
Make me become more active. All these neighborhoods being built.
Yeah, right.
Definitely stir some stuff up.
Change the flow and the energy. Now the energy don't like it so much.
Paranormal battery that's right down the street.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I think.
And then you gave it a power source right in the middle of it all.
This is eerie. It's so quiet
There's just
too.
something, and if you even look at the roundabout, there's something about like the way that it's centered, and you always experience something from both sides. It's kind of like really creepy, and it's creepy, but you know you're gonna catch something on this side. Like you feel like that is way heavier. I don't know what happened down there, but it is heavier tenfold.
Just that you're feeling wise, you mean?
Yeah, every time I look down there, I feel like somebody's watching me, even if I can't see it. And I get drawn to like the middle of the road, further up. The last time we tried to drive out there were like giant mattresses in the middle of the road, giant
really
like caving in potholes in them, like bigger than the ones that we drove past. There have been like huge, like we've seen duffel bags, trash bags. Like that place is that side of the forest is so run down looking that you almost didn't make it out. No. Like the car almost got stuck a few times. And we haven't been back over that side since. There's just something about that side I do not like compared to this one.
Oh, shit.
You don't see that too often out here either.
Should I turn my light on?
I might leave it on so it knows that it's here.
Yeah. Oh. I was about to say he's about to go down the creepy way.
That's another thing. I've never at least seen any cars drive down that way.
I've never seen any cars turn down there. Out of like the 2 or 3 years that we've been coming here together, I've never seen a car voluntarily turn down there. I've seen people like walk or ride their bike, but I've never seen a car go down there.
It makes me also something, or I don't know why. It also makes me think about being out here is the amount of people that have probably come out, walked deep into the woods, and killed themselves, and they were never found. Because like Leakin Park in Baltimore, there's like hundreds of people that have done that, and like my friend found a human skull from a guy who just took a shotgun and killed himself. It's like, how many people are? This is like massive. You know,
massive, yeah.
I think.
And
Just
this is out in the countryside still technically. It's between towns more or less. Whereas Lincoln
people out here
is still smack in the middle of Baltimore. They can't get any bigger.
Investigations and, if somebody went missing,
But I think it's kind of gotten smaller with most of the roads being cut off.
I've always felt like there's some sort of like demonic evil out here. This is the one forest that's creepy like that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. There definitely is.
What would make you think that?
I think all the wars had a natural negative
night,
impact.
I've never seen you like that before in my life.
All that negative energy just sits there and
scared, but
accumulates. And
he looked like he saw something, and he didn't. He felt something, but something scared him so bad that he literally risked ruining his car.
Yeah. Can you explain that story real quick?
It was just you felt kind of weird, and then
I was so sick.
Yeah, and then it just kind of hit me, and I didn't know at first that you felt like that. We didn't know till after you said it.
I just shut down. I wasn't talking to you. I was sad, but I was also like, I'm over it.
That's when I started breathing heavily.
And something just like affected you. That's what you're talking about, like just
I guess,
fear and panic.
Yep. It was just I've never felt like that. Couldn't breathe. Just wanted to get out of there.
And he's usually the stoic one, so that scared me because I was like, if he's freaking out, there's something wrong. And at that point, my emotions were just so drained that I was like, I really don't care what happens. Like, if we stay, we stay. If we don't, we don't. If we get stuck, whatever. Like, I just didn't care anymore. And then I started crying again.
So the train tracks felt totally fine.
Yeah, I had like pain going down my neck. I had a huge migraine. I felt like I was like I was super nauseous. I kind of just wanted to curl up and just not move for like ever. I didn't want any of it anymore.
And yet you're out here again tonight with us.
Oh.
It's never stopped me before.
Somehow we suckered you guys into coming out here with us.
Until I get answers to what's going on with me, I think I will forever keep coming out here trying to figure it out.
Well, you guys, you want to talk, I guess now we could talk about the girl who was abducted at the next spot?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit this way, right?
Yep.
Okay.
On to the next one.
This is the area. And again, I couldn't find it online, so I don't know how deep they found her. But this is the area where I start to feel like this. And I just feel like I'm sad, but I feel like I was just terrorized. Yeah, so her name was Mary Lou Aruda. She was from Rainham, and it's actually not far from where my house is now. She was abducted 2 days after her 15th birthday, and it was by a man named, his last name is Cater, and he had done this before, and he hardly got any time for it. And he had taken her here to the forest, and I don't have any solid evidence, but every time I'm in this area I feel like this is the saddest part, so I feel like it might be her. And he literally tied her to a tree from the neck down and left her there to die. He tied her neck so tight that she had ended up falling asleep, and it strangled her when she fell asleep because she didn't have anything supporting her head. And they didn't find her body for 2 months. And at that point, they could only identify her by her clothing. And he was found and arrested because he smokes the same cigarettes, and his car was very specific. It had lightning strikes down the sides, and so they knew it was him. One or two or maybe all of the tires, it said that they were bald, and it had matched the tire track of at the abduction site. And with his history, they knew it was him. He was tried 4 times for this crime. The first time, the Massachusetts Supreme Court overturned his guilty verdict. Then there was a mistrial, and then I believe it was either another mistrial or it was overturned again. And then the 4th time, he was finally found guilty, and it was so dangerous for him to stay in Massachusetts that they sent him across the country to California, where he ended up getting cancer, and he died in 2016. And when 2016 is not very far from when we started coming to the forest.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you've seen her.
I have. The past tenants that lived in our apartment have seen her. The picture on her memorial, she has dark hair, a white dress, and she's very young. When we moved into where we live now, and so at this point we had already been coming to the forest. Mm-hmm. I had found her memorial picture, and I always felt like I felt a female presence, and then there's the male negative energy. And she matched the description to a T. And when I found her plot, like her grave, it's literally, I could walk to it from my house and it wouldn't take me more than 5 minutes. Like, it's so close, and I've been to that cemetery a million times for funerals. So she was always right there. I was telling my mom, because the more she experiences at our house, the more she's starting to believe, and she's still kind of a skeptic. Her jaw hit the floor, and she was silent for a minute, and she was like, "That's who you've been seeing?" She was like, "Tori, I grew up with that family." She was like, "I was best friends with her sisters. Like, I knew them, for a large chunk of my life." And then my grandmother said that she remembered that family, and then I realized that she had gone missing on my uncle's birthday. My aunt, she grew up in Rainham, and they owned a dumpster company, so they were they were pretty well known in the Rainham area. And she was like, oh yeah, we knew them. Like, everybody knew that family. We're all friends growing up. Like, we didn't ever meet Mary Lou because she died when we were really young, but we were friends with her siblings. Like, we all grew up together. They were super close to us, and I couldn't believe it, that I had the forest, my family, the same cemetery that we've always had for our family members. Like, she's always been right there in one way or another.
Did you guys hear that?
Footstep, right? Or like
some sort of a bang.
You're good.
You never know. You want to be sure.
But in one way or another, I always had a connection with her.
For a moment to make sure there's nothing lurking on you.
And when we first started doing the Estes methods.
For real.
Did you hear that?
Oh, that was a shadow. Oh, I saw that too. I was like, that's the guy. That's the shadow.
Scared of each other with their own shadows.
Okay, but first of all, that's creepy. I thought I heard like a screech back there
did too.
or something.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like we heard last night, honestly.
Oh, great. But so you have seen a vision of her.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I couldn't see her face. I could see a girl, and she was sad, like she was crying. And this was around the time we did the Estes method at my house, where somebody was.
What the f was that? That was loud, dude. It was like. Yeah, you heard that? Oh. Okay, Estes method. Sorry, Jesus.
Oh, you're fine.
Something's coming up.
But this is what I'm talking about. Anytime I talk about her, or I do the Estes method, and I try to specifically contact her, there is a negative energy that either talks over her or tries to stop me. That's when I start to get panicky and my head starts to hurt, and it just. But anyway,
Do you tell it to stop?
She was like really sad, and whether it was my vision or it was the Estes method, it was a girl that was always asking for help. Like, she was stuck, and she was always asking for me. And it's just like it just completely drains me every time, because it's like so distraught. And then we were doing the Estes method last night, and I kept hearing a young girl calling out for her mother. Like, she was crying for her. And it was, I think it had to have been the most heartbreaking thing that I've ever experienced. She's really sad, and she's stuck, and I can feel it, which would, I mean, for me, would explain the crying, would explain the symptoms, would explain why I literally just want to half the time curl up in a ball and just
caught here because of the
stay away
horrible
from the
thing that
world.
happened to her.
Like, I always just feel so depressed
Literally
when
died
I
in
come
her
into
sleep,
contact with
being
her.
tied to a tree.
But then on the other hand, when he tries to kind of come in and take over, is when I can't breathe, kind of like what just happened to me, and I just get really panicky, and I feel like I'm being watched.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about this forest. It always feels like you're being watched.
Mhm.
I feel like, whether it's by humans or ghosts, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and at one point, one of the first Estes methods we did, she was trying to warn us about somebody. Kept saying, they're coming, he's coming, run, like all these things.
Vehicle?
My mom walked by us, and we were in the pitch black. She walked by, super quiet because she knew what we were doing. And all of a sudden we got on the SS method, and we can show you, obviously, we have it on our phones. Why is she walking? She should be running. We showed my brother the next day, and it kept saying something about a closet. And it was like, I'm stuck. Help me. Like, I can't get out. And then it kept saying the closet. And you had asked specifically if it was that closet at one point. And it basically said, yes, the closet. And then not long after that is when I broke down in front of my brother's closet. And I had been in his room a million times. That's never happened to me before.
So what do you guys think is like the most evil feeling part of the forest? Like if we were tonight to go try to talk to the demon, the evil energy, what part that you guys have been to would that be?
I mean, the most activity, I guess, that we've experienced would be near that power plant down there.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then, I mean, pick a trail, honestly. Like, you just always feel like you're being watched by something that doesn't want you here. Like, they did not want us to bring you here. Like, they made it incredibly clear last night. You need to come alone.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that you're being watched at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because people that live here will literally, no flashlight, nothing reflective on, will walk their dogs in the pitch black in the middle of the road.
No, that was
like,
scared as shit out of me.
This place is just strange.
Nah.
Like,
I don't even care if I got
it,
3 dogs
like,
with
just,
me.
like,
I ain't walking down the
the
some
outer
sort of protection too.
part of Massachusetts from this forest. Like, this place is just, you can't explain it. There's no words.
Well, is there another place you guys want to go?
Has anything ever happened to you down there? That's fun.
We hit pretty much from here down right before the water is where I I just started crying in your car.
All right, do you want to go down there?
Yeah.
Go down to the water?
See, I love
You can't whistle loud for shit.
Nah. Nah, son, you're terrible.
Oh my god. You fucking kidding me?
I used to be
fucking asshole.
super loud.
That was comedy gold, honestly. Alright, so you said we're gonna wrap the interview right now.
Yes.
And you guys said
the
this
problem
is your
is,
guys'
Colin,
safe
you
space.
need to
Yes,
wet the
this
lips.
bridge is the only place that we can really come to decompress when we're down here. We've never had any really bad experiences here, and everything that we kind of feel, like the suppression and like the emotions and everything, it kind of like immediately, like as soon as you get on this bridge, it's gone. Like you just kind of feel like I can breathe again. It's just a nice place. We've never been scared out here.
Honestly, it might be has something to do with the water.
We spent hours here before.
Maybe the water
like, just
can,
on this bridge.
just kind of cleanses the area,
we've
dragging
experienced
everything
so
with
much
it.
in there
You
that
know,
we
the
don't
moving
really
water
want to
should also be
drive
energy too. Might just
in here
keep things
anymore.
moving
Feels
along enough.
Pleasant out here, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Like, just relaxing.
Yep. And the people that live here people have stopped. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Are you okay? Like, you go through the forest? Like, remember that guy and his wife that stopped and he asked if we were okay that day we were out here for hours?
Yes.
Because I just feel like this is like a place where people can go to like get away from that chaos and the terrorizing. That is not car coming.
I think it's freaky how the one light that's glitching is the one closest to the forest.
Yep. And last night was the first time we've seen it do that. We've never seen these lights glitch like that before.
That's freaky.
Yep.
The one leading right into the woods.
Seriously.
So, you guys both think this forest is like extremely haunted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, experienced a lot, so.
From what I've seen, what I've heard, what I felt, there's no other explanation. I was fine until I started coming out here. I mean, apart from like when I was younger and like the other things happened to me, it really stopped. There was a period of time, and I don't know if it was because I was older and I really wasn't open to it, that it stopped, and then we moved here back to our hometown, and it started again.
Yeah.
So
For me, it kind of confirms every time I feel something, somebody else always experiences the same thing. So it's kind of confirms it for me that I'm not crazy and something's happening.
Yeah. You guys think you have to be careful when you're out here?
Mm-hmm.
It can be dangerous?
Oh, yeah.
In what way?
There's things trying to get you to come into the forest, not on a trail where you could easily get lost. I've had things kind of tease me a little bit, like, I know you saw me, come see me again. Like, it kind of just like slowly moves away, and then it realizes I'm not following it, and it disappears. Like, it knows that it caught my attention, it wants to keep it, and then it gets mad when it doesn't. It's just, there's a lot of, I don't know if it's trickster spirits, I don't know if it's like demonic energy from the rituals that were done here. I don't know if it's angry spirits, maybe they met like a tragic end. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is likes to mess with people, and it likes to terrorize people. So
yeah, there's some hauntings that are happy. This doesn't seem like a happy haunting here.
Oh no.
No, this is the only place where I don't feel constant dread and like something bad might happen.
Yeah, the one well-lit place.
Yeah.
In a sea of darkness.
And it's like open.
Yeah.
And it's water. So it's like you can't really get lost out here.
That's what you think.
If you get lost on this bridge, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have my troubles with directions, but I think I'm good right here.
Well, I think
I'm fine.
Before we come out here to the forest this evening, are going to go to her house and see if we can make contact with the spirit that may or may not have come from this forest, or may have been attached to you for a bit longer. You know, you don't really know, but we just got the approval from her mom, so we are gonna head over there now, and I'm excited. We haven't done like a home investigation in a really long time. It'll be interesting too to see what we get there and see if it connects to what we get out here later tonight, you know?
Yep. Definitely.
Well,
and my brother should be home, so he should be able to tell you all about what he's gone through.
All right. Well, let's do it, man. Okay, we just got back to our car after filming at the Freetown State Forest, and this door was literally wide fucking open, bro. Now, what the fuck, actually?
No one took anything.
I know.
I'm like, what the f?
There's literally headphones sitting right here.
All of our bags.
And nothing was taken.
That's weird.
Hold up. The drone's in there. Both camera bags.
It's very weird. Like something was about to try and attempt something, but then saw you guys coming and left it.
So after the tour from Tori, we had an epiphany. Why don't we go to Tori's apartment and investigate there and try to see if we can talk to this entity? Now, it was really kind of her to allow us to come in, but I mean, we were trying to help get some sort of an answer for her, and I think that through this investigating, I mean, it was very creepy for sure, but we got some form of an answer. And it wasn't the end of the haunting. I mean, there's more to talk about at the end of the video, but yeah, just check this out. This is truly some mind-blowing stuff.
So we are currently in my apartment. I live here with my mom and my little brother. I think the first time that I experienced something, it was the bathroom. Again, that's like one of the hot spots in the house. I was in the kitchen and I felt like I was being watched. And so I turned around and I saw the door just kind of close. Like it just closed, and that door is actually not like it's not like really smooth when you close it. You kind of have to push it, and sometimes if you don't push it hard enough, it opens again. But it like completely closed. And so ever since then, my brother's experienced the same thing. He's felt like he's seen a shadow man. I've definitely seen like a black figure peek out from behind the door. It's kind of the same vibe as the forest. It's almost as if it is teasing us. It wants us to like pay attention to him, and when we don't, that's when more things happen. My brother started to experience things when he was home alone because me and my mom, we work long hours, and he came into the bathroom and he took a picture and he sent it to me, and I had looked at it and it was scratch marks on the inside of the bathroom screen. Now we live on the second floor. There's no way for somebody to get up to our bathroom window and scratch it, especially on the inside. And I think that was what really kind of cemented to me that there's either something here, something that followed me, whatever it was, we were not alone. Basically what had happened was I had to start making sure that I was home with him or make sure that he was okay, because it was starting to affect him. He started hearing things creeping up to his door, like he was hearing heavy breathing, like something was like stalking around his door frame in his bedroom. His sign was coming off his bedroom door, and he was hearing things in his closet. His friends, actually, when they were sleeping over, they started sleeping out in the living room because they didn't feel comfortable in his room or anywhere near the bathroom either. One day I was home alone. My brother was next door at his friend's house, or like maybe 2 houses down, or this house right here. And I was sitting on the couch, and I have a tote bag that I bring to work with me, and I put it in the middle of our dining room table, and it was heavy. I had a lot of stuff in it from work. And I just hear this huge crash. So I text my brother, and I'm like, did you just come home? I think if you didn't, somebody definitely broke in, because it was loud. And I just kind of froze on the couch for a minute. And when I didn't hear anything, I got up and I kind of peeked, and he started banging at the door because he ran back here as fast as he could. And when I did peek around the corner before I let him in the house, my bag was just all over the floor. All my stuff, everything. It was like it smacked the wall and it just scattered everywhere. And that was terrifying, because if that's happening, what else is going to happen? Especially because we literally have a teenager in the house who is absolutely terrified at times to be here alone.
It's not stopping. If it was like because the door got shut, it would have stopped by now. Bro, what the fuck? We're hearing noises from my closet and she's starting to cry.
Like, I feel really sad right now. Like, I don't feel scared, I feel sad. Like, I'm, like, stuck. That's never happened to me before. Like, I feel, like, sad.
And my heart is starting to race. We were just standing in there.
Like, as soon as I looked at the closet.
We just came in my room so I could grab some money. And we just started hearing cracking noises from the closet. And as soon as she started crying, we just... What the fuck? Why did I just open my door, right? And my Joey sign is off the door. The only way you're getting this off the command strip is if you lift it. And my door was shut and nobody else is here.
He turns on every light in the house. Like I said, he won't turn his back to the bathroom because there is definitely something that like creeps around in there. My mom has heard knocking and like I said before, she's a skeptic. So the fact that she's experiencing things now is kind of cementing everything for us. Like, it's not just us. Now it's 3 people. Now his friends are experiencing things in the house. Past tenants are contacting us and asking us if we've seen a girl on my brother's bed that cries and is sad. And after that, I'm breaking down in front of his closet out of nowhere when I've been in there a million times. My brother started sleepwalking when we moved in here. He was getting violent. Like, it's just getting to a point where I don't know why it's here, if it followed me, if it's gonna hurt one of us. I want it to go back to normal, basically. Like, I don't want my brother to be scared every time he walks in the door after school. I don't want my mom to text me and be like, when are you gonna be home? Like, it's creepy out there. Like, are you home yet? Like, she's never been afraid in her life. Like, my mom is one of the most fearless people I know. And the fact that she's afraid of this place, that's like bottom line for me. Like, I just need to figure out what is going on.
So you think this thing possibly came from the forest?
Yeah, and I only say that because it's the same behavior. It's the same responses. It's the same kind of, not trickster, but like kind of like tormenting us. Like, it's fun. It's like it's a game. And that's exactly how I feel every time I encounter this entity in the forest. Is I feel like it likes to play hide and seek, and it likes when I find it, and it likes when I step closer, and then when I back away, it doesn't like it. I get sick. Something happens. My bag flying off the table, for one, because I try my best not to talk about it as much anymore because it scares my brother. So the fact that I'm not talking about it constantly anymore when it specifically happens in the house and then things physically start to happen, it's the same behavior that happens in the forest.
Do you think that this thing could be dangerous?
Definitely. I think it could get to that point if it wanted to. I feel like it's kind of warned us that it can do what it wants when it has the energy to do so. There are days when my mom's a very motivated person. She likes to get through the day and get things done no matter how late she got home from work. Like, she wants to get up the next day and do what she needs to do. And there are days where she'll sleep the entire day away. Like, she will not get out of bed once. And we have to keep checking on her because she's just so exhausted, like just run down. I hardly sleep anymore because I am either scared of what I'm going to see in my sleep, or I feel like something's watching me. Like, I feel like there's something in this house that has the ability to slowly just wear us down.
So I guess we're going to try get some answers here, but is there any way you could really quickly show us the hot spots?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just so we know.
Right.
Yeah, so
just follow you.
I'm going to start with my mom's room because it's right there. So she had the ashes originally over here. They're behind you now, but they were hanging right here, and you can see where the hook was, and it was there for months, and it never fell, never moved, nobody ever touched it, and it just started swinging one day, and then it dropped to the floor.
Your uncle's ashes?
Yes. Then she moved it over there, and it swung, but it stayed sideways. And that's the only thing that fell off the hook. And there's other things on that hook, you can see it. The necklace is the only thing that fell off that hook. The closet right here, she feels like she's always being watched. She keeps it closed at all times. If I come in here and I have to get something out of her closet and I don't close it, she freaks out. She doesn't like it. This door, I've literally been sitting on that couch. I can see the door handle turn and hear it. And the door either opens or it's quietly trying to close it. But then other times it'll just slam shut. Like there's no in between.
Oh, it's bizarre.
And then this is the bathroom. And the door is usually, because this door doesn't shut all the way sometimes, it's usually cracked like this. And most of the time I see something kind of go like this. And as soon as I look, it disappears. You'll be in the shower and the door will be shut all the way and it'll sound like you hear the door open. You'll peek, the door shut. I've heard, so this closet connects to the shower, like the same wall. I've heard when, like right here, when I'm taking a shower and I'll open the door and I'll peek around, there's nothing in there. It's just towels and makeup.
Oh, that's creepy. Once again.
When we're in the kitchen, so my bag was literally right here in the middle after I got home from work. I was home alone. I heard it hit the wall right here next to my brother's room.
Right here?
Right there.
So it flew from here to here.
Yeah, we actually had more pictures on the wall. Those all kept falling. And my bag, actually, there was a different picture here. This one was higher up over here somewhere, and we didn't have all of this here. There was another picture here. My bag hit it and it broke. This clock broke. We secured that one because we were scared, because sometimes the kid upstairs jumps. We didn't think he jumped enough to knock things off the wall, so just in case, we secured that one. I was out here one night and I saw it shaking. There was nobody jumping upstairs.
Wow. I noticed there's a lot of like kind of religious praying and God.
Yes.
Does that have to do with?
My mom, she started going to church when we lived in Florida. It was kind of like a more modern Christian church. It was kind of like just super chill, like to dip her toe in the water. My uncle, when he passed, he was like a father figure to her. It took a huge toll on her. They were diagnosed with cancer like 2 or 3 days apart.
Wow.
And he died that same year. And she went from stage 1 to stage 3 in 6 weeks. So it was like a really hard time for the family. So after she lost him is when she started buying this stuff and putting it up, because it just made her feel comforting. Like it was comforting for her. When we're here and we're like heating something up or using the air fryer, we'll stand like this and we'll watch the bathroom while we're cooking. We will not turn our backs to the bathroom.
So what the hell's in the bathroom?
I don't know. It's the same black figure that I see in the forest. Same height and everything. He's seen it sitting right there at that table when we were doing the Estes method.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there in that seat.
I was back against the wall.
Here. Oh.
I had my glasses off. My eyes were closed. We were in the pitch black. And he was like hitting me. He was like, Tori. And so I got out of it and he was like, dude, I swear I just saw something in your bathroom. And you can hear in the file, the audio recording of us doing it, you can hear he jumps so hard that he hits whatever he runs into with the chair. Like it scared him. And then we switched and he was over there and I stood right here because I'm terrified of the bathroom. I did not want to sit down. I wanted to be able to be up if I saw something. I saw something from the corner of my eye move over here and he was talking away and I just saw this black mist shoot past his legs, like floor level. And at that same time he went, dude, I just felt something cold go across my legs.
Wow.
And that's like as close as something has ever come to me.
So you both have seen stuff in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was the first and the last time he ever came over to my house.
And now this is the next time?
Yes.
This is the first time you've been back since you saw that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a couple months ago.
When
Probably
we
two.
hang out, he waits for me and he's like, Okay, you can come down now.
Yeah, I see him standing right by the exit door right there.
Ready to run.
Ready to book
This
it.
place freaked him out. The other day I was sitting
This
on
man
the small
has seen
couch that I was
things in
just
here
sitting
he
at,
doesn't understand and
I
is ready
saw
to run if they come at him
probably about
again.
your height. You know how people shadows reflect?
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, but there was no human there, and it was a man, and I just saw him walk across the wall, and then he stopped, and it kind of looked like his head turned, honestly, and it's like he saw me and he booked it.
Really?
Like he got caught. Just walking across the wall, and I just sat there frozen. I froze. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, let's process what I just saw. Because my brother's in his room and I don't want to scare him, so I have...
Nope.
There's nothing I can do. Like, I just, when I see things, I freeze because I don't know what to do.
We came here to try and get some sort of an answer for you.
I think the
before we
number
go to the
one
forest.
answer here is that
So what we're
she
gonna do
freezes
now
too much and
is
doesn't tell these
I wanna set
things
up our
that shouldn't be
devices
here that they
around
need
the
to
apartment
leave.
And
so
see
instead they've accidentally
which part
become
of
an
the
open
apartment
book for
has,
these
like,
things as
EMF
opposed to
energy,
protecting
where that's coming
themselves
from,
properly.
and see if we can contact this thing. Because I honestly can feel something in here. Like the same type of vibe you get in like a haunted place. Like the electricity on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can actually feel something like that in here. Which is like bizarre since this is my first time here.
Yep.
And it's just a normal apartment. But let's set this stuff up.
All right.
That didn't take long.
Okay, so I'm making a note. We haven't even set anything else up yet, but already in the bathroom, the music box on the sink is detecting some sort of a movement, and there's a massive REM spike that triggered that. There you go.
Might want to get
Okay,
the
so about a
EMFs
minute
out.
after
There's
that
something
last
wild
clip,
in here already.
Now this REM pod is going off, and that music box is going full bore in there. Dude, that one's fucking hitting too. What the hell? This is nuts, bro. Let's reset this. Okay, in the bathroom. Shit, it doesn't even want us to sit down. Okay, so how
Or
do you
you-
sit over there?
I can move this stuff out of your way.
Is this dead? What the fuck?
There's no way.
What?
Has it ever happened before?
No.
Should be full battery.
Oh, dude, that just picked someone up right when I said that. Jeez, standing right there in the doorway.
That's where that shadow, the other day, ran to when he saw me look.
Well, there's somebody standing right there. That's a radius of just 2 or 3 feet, so we can't set that off. See? That's not us. It has to actually stand in front of it. Oh, did that one just fucking hit? Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, no way.
Yo.
It's like it just walked in the room. You guys notice that?
Yep.
It's like it came from over here and walked right there by the microwave. Oh, that's eerie. Okay, now that it's here, it's all just...
Yo.
Okay, to whoever's
talk.
here in this apartment, or whatever's here, I just want to introduce ourselves and introduce, who we are. My name's Colin.
I'm James.
I don't mean to scare you.
I'm Connor.
Well, that's a nice message
just
to hear, I
want
guess.
To
But that's
figure out
also
who
something
you
we hear out
are.
of that device a lot, so meh.
And what you want, because you're kind of scaring the people who live here. You are missed.
Struggling.
Okay, whoever's here, I'm gonna turn on. This is crazy. This died, by the way. Oh, what? Look. That's so trippy, bro. I'm gonna turn on this bell device. This is an EMF bell. It's like a REM pod, so.
Watch out.
We get warnings like that all the time here.
Dude, this charged all night in the hotel, actually. Oh, look at it.
The land.
The land, bro. The land. Okay, this is trippy. I don't know if this is dying or like what's going on with that. Because look at.
That's not how that works.
No. How are they lining up like that together?
Are you draining the batteries of their equipment?
That's crazy, that one going off too. I know, that's what I mean.
I didn't delete this.
Loved ones call to you. You are missed. I'd also be careful if something's trying to pretend like it's...
A demon here.
Nope.
There we are. There it is again.
Okay. I just want to ask if you're here, are you a human entity? Are you a demonic entity?
Camp.
Camp? Please leave. And camp. Like, please leave and go camp in the forest?
And leave your camp, meaning like the house.
You say run.
Hurt them.
But at one point, it kept saying murder. Didn't it say stab at one point?
Yep.
It said kill him. It was telling my mom to run.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming.
Lies.
Lies. Whoa. It's calling you out, dude.
We literally have it, like, recorded.
Cold in here. Isn't that what your mom...
When?
Dude, these are going crazy, actually.
My mom's room is the only room in the house that gets, like, below freezing.
So I want you to... Let's bring out the DR60. Dude, I'm getting over...
Are you staying?
It told him to leave the first time he came over. And then it said, you're new here.
Oh, I got chills, actually.
Do you want us to leave?
That might have been the kid upstairs running.
Can I ask, where did you come from? That's crazy, this bell is dead.
Are you here for me? Sad.
It was me. Crazy, this is dead. Are you here for me? It was me.
Yeah,
Dude, this thing is smart, bro.
We came to talk to you tonight.
Do you think you guys have a USB-C charger?
There's one in my mom's room.
Because I would love to use this thing.
I'm just gonna walk by these real quick.
You are welcome to stay. It said left too soon, and it kept saying, well, you're welcome to stay. Sit and listen. All right, well, we're sitting here and we're listening. Can you tell us where you came from? It is present.
That sounds like the warning that we were getting.
If you're present, give us...
Go right.
Go. Is that the bathroom or the living room? Why don't you ask it if it's either there or there to show us where it's at. You should go. Go right. You should go, bro.
The bathroom or the living room? Which right do you want us to take?
You're safe here.
Dude, this is trippy.
It's fun. It really is like there's like multiple here, and like one of them's like you need to go. Like almost like watching out for you, and then the other one's like, no, it's safe. Like come stay.
Are you in the bathroom? Is that who I usually see? Is it you?
Go into eternity. Drain camera.
was like very particular.
Yeah.
Like, we drained this stuff, now we're gonna drain your cameras.
Go ahead, try to drain our camera.
I'm waiting for this battery to die down.
I don't know. If you see those red lights, walk towards them and we'll come over there and speak with you. We just want to figure out your story and hopefully we have some tools that can help you tell it. Killed them. The guy with the fucking girl.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say?
Killed them.
I feel like it's him.
Yep.
Killed them. You are welcome to stay.
See.
Oh, dude, I got goosebumps actually. And it just said go into eternity and killed them. Oh my god, my hair's starting to stand up.
So you're welcome to stay in the woods too.
Are you from the forest?
Cord. Look below.
Look below. Oh, that's so weird. It said you should look below.
Yeah, it is. That's like a full sentence on 2 devices.
Looking for a way out.
Looking for a way out.
How many times did something tell us it was stuck here when we were doing the Estes method, or stuck wherever it was and was trying to get help?
Yep.
And then the tapping on my brother's closet, and then me crying. It was sad. And it kept warning us, he's coming, or it's coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't know how to get rid of stuff. We're just here to try to help you. If you're here, we have this device. Maybe we can help you with this in some way.
I'm beside you.
Locked. I'm beside you and looking for a way out, but not here. The forest?
That's the girl tied to a tree, like kind of locked to the tree. Can't find her way out.
Mary, is that you?
I'm gonna run this. Let's go in a circle and all ask questions. It is present again. And look at right when that's beside you and it's present. Okay. All right. I want to ask you wherever you are in here. Did you come from the Freetown State Forest?
Are you related to Tori?
Do you feel me? Beware of the woman.
I'm just gonna tell you the right side of my body is cold.
And that was just...
Like my leg.
Killed them again. Beware the woman. Do you feel me? Connor, I want to ask.
Were you murdered?
Do you plan on hurting us?
He's here.
Who's he? Is he a serial killer? Is he a demonic entity?
Little boy.
Is he the one that's been in the bathroom?
Did you hear us?
Sounds like multiple.
Do we need to be afraid?
I miss my life.
That's really sad. Were you here before I moved in?
God protects this place.
Why are you torturing Tori by acting so negative? Is there something you want from her? Or something we can do for you? So honestly, guys, I feel like... I mean, think about it. It said, killed them twice here. He's here. Like, there seems to be that a killer of some sort, somebody who's hurt people, is here.
And we've gotten that.
And maybe one of its victims.
Then there's a girl...
Trust the women.
I got
7. Trust the women.
Trust the women.
Yeah, then there's like confusing energy. I mean, there could be a girl, but there could be something, like it said on my device, like demon. Like, there's evil. It said it wants you to stay, like, it's fucking like...
There's something. That's where the negative energy is.
Right when we talk about the demon, bro.
The rumors are false.
The rumors are false. Oh. Dude, it's trying to convince you that it's not bad.
It always tries to silence other voices when we do the Estes method.
Goosebumps. That's crazy, actually.
And you can tell he's angry. Like, angry. He
Who-
makes it known.
Who is that over there? Notice how that's the only one to hit. Not that one, not those ones.
As soon as it said that something was coming, that one stopped.
Yeah. Who is this?
It's going nuts. It's not happy that you did that.
4 lights, dude. Look at those lights. Look at what are going off right there.
Did that just say 4 lights?
Yep. 4 lights.
It's not happy that you did that.
Dude, what is that that noise?
You never heard that noise before come out of that?
No.
Didn't you just turn it down too?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that whatever that. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's try to
wild
blow
again.
this.
He likes when he's the only one that's heard.
Right.
And he makes that very clear.
Dude.
Be wary of him.
Mm-hmm.
Connor, be wary of him.
He's a very, very in control, dominant energy.
He needs to be totally pissed off.
You wherever you are in here. Did you come from the Freetown State Forest?
Associate.
Are you related to Tori?
But dude, you gotta turn that off. That's crazy.
Elmer.
Elmer?
Do you know an Elmer?
Alright, I want to ask you wherever you are in here. Did you come from the Freetown State Forest? Are you related to Tori? Do you feel me? Have you been like checking our bodies? It's cold. Feel you. Kill them again. Beware the woman. Do you feel me? Connor, I want to ask.
Taylor. Taylor.
That's my best friend that's experienced things with me in the forest.
That's who we met through.
I've been friends with her since I was a kid.
Really?
That's her. The one that experienced things next to the electrical place. That's her.
I wonder if she knows an Elmer then.
That's the second time that we've done an investigation here, and her name's come through.
That's bizarre. We didn't
Skull.
even... Skull. That's wild, dude. You did this?
These women hurting us? He's here. Who's he?
Right.
These women hurting us?
Yeah, The same. Even before I accidentally saw the subtitle, yeah, it's just something screeching or yelling at it.
See my shadow.
Mm.
A demonic entity? Why? Why was there oxygen in this place?
Ooh, that is some strange sounds. I'm not sure what it is.
Tori by acting so negative. Is there something you want from her? Something we can do for you?
What do you want with Tori and her family? My name's Colin. I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm going to the forest tonight. If there's something that we can do to help you leave this family alone. What do you want?
Can you give us your name?
Is there a reason that you've been hanging out here?
Why did you choose to try to get into contact with me?
He shouts. Ooh, there's lots of us and he shouts.
Did you come from the Freetown State Forest? Did one of you come from the forest?
Did
Can
all
you
of you
give us
come
any
from the
type of number of how many of you there is here?
Why do you seem so angry? What happened to you?
Are you angry that we're here? That we're living here?
Finally, we're heading out to the Freetown Forest tonight. Will you follow us out there so we can talk one-on-one?
About my bottle, I keep feeling it kind of drains a bit.
I want to ask you, what do you want with Tori and her family? My name's Colin.
I thought I heard
I'm a
nothing.
paranormal investigator. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm going to the forest tonight. There's something that we can do to help you leave this family alone. What do you want? Can you give us your name?
That's something.
There's something that we can do to help you leave this family alone. What do you want?
I
Can you give us
want
your
something.
name? Tonight.
Yeah, I can't quite make it out.
To help you
There's
leave
something
this
there.
family alone. What do you want? Can you give us your name? Is there a reason?
Just too scratchy. Can't quite make it
What do you
out.
want? Can you give us your name? Is there a reason that you've been hanging out here? Why?
More of that scratchy voice, but nothing clear.
Did you come from the Freetown State Forest? Did one of you come from the forest? Can you give us any type of number of how many?
I just heard I did.
Now you seem so different.
Angry shout again.
Can you give us any type of number of how many of you there is here?
Ooh, that was clear. 17. Weird.
Being so angry. What happened to you? Are you angry that we're here? That we're living here? Finally,
Very
we're
sure
heading
correctly. I
out to
couldn't tell the
Freetown
yes or
Forest
no.
tonight. Will you follow us out there so we can talk one-on-one?
Well, that felt like a yes too.
This thing doesn't want to talk.
Scratchy, but
I heard you say a couple things.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited to play that back with some headphones on.
Me too.
That's crazy.
Well, I'll put the Estes stuff on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, let's just have you do it right here.
Okay.
Alright. So, we want to... His? I don't think so.
It's just a GIF before that too. On
Yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that his has anything to
That's
do with
my
that.
dad's name.
Oh.
Yeah, street money.
Street money? Whoever's here, we've been speaking with you. Can you just tell us who you are or where you came from? Just anything about yourself?
Is there anybody here that doesn't want us here? Are we intruding on you?
Vincent.
Fort Vincent?
Isn't that a fort?
You from Fort Vincent?
I feel like I just heard like a baby crying.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't open a window.
Or they're not wanting her to talk to us.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you're doing in this place? Why are you here?
You can be mistaken. Why won't you speak to us? It's like you got really quiet.
Stella. Please wait and listen.
This one said you should go, and that one says please wait and listen. It's like
both of them fighting each other for
two
being
very
heard. Yeah.
different things talking to us. Like something that wants to us to learn about this thing, and something that's like you need to leave. I mean, like she's literally not saying anything.
A growl, I want to say it was.
Is this Stella that we're talking to now?
Please leave here.
Why don't you want us here?
I know you.
Me?
Who do you know?
He doesn't like you.
Oh.
Did you come from the forest? Can you say yes or forest or something like that? We want to figure out where you came from. Cold in here again.
I heard a voice, but I couldn't tell what it said.
Where did you come from? We gotta figure that question out. Can you tell us? Running away fast.
Trust the woman.
Dude, there's a bad man and a good woman here.
That's what I've been saying.
It's exactly what she's saying too this entire time, that the victim, the girl, she's seen her and she feels like she's just sad and wants to talk, and there's the evil man, the killer.
I just heard somebody like yell.
Not a happy chappy.
Year.
If the girl's here, we want to talk to you. Can you tell us
who this evil man is or where he came from? We're trying to figure this out, please. It's like this thing just does not want to talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody just said something, but I couldn't make it out.
Like it's being silenced. But I mean, none of the devices are going off
Help
anymore.
me. The others scare me.
Help me, the others scare me?
It's like the girl wants to talk, but like she can't.
It's actually insane how little she's getting. It's like this evil dude is like standing right here and like will not let anybody else say anything. It's actually really bizarre. This is the woman. Do you have anything left to say to us? Monitoring.
No, please leave.
So we should leave?
Laugh. I died in my sleep.
The girl.
Oh! The girl.
Oh, yeah, the
way.
girl.
It's crazy.
No fucking way, actually.
So
No
this,
fucking way.
This is the girl.
She was just explaining to us that the girl literally died in her sleep that she thinks is here. In the forest. Which would mean that if that girl's here, the evil man probably came from the forest as well. Can you tell?
It just sounded like a baby crying again.
Might not actually be a baby, but it's maybe the closest sound.
I just heard like a really deep laugh.
I was saying that.
And that's son of a gun.
Laugh, bro.
Like,
I'm hearing again. It keeps doing it.
What?
15.
The girl was 15.
And he's laughing about the crime. He's laughing about the crime, dude. Danger. Oh my god.
It keeps
bro.
happening.
Danger.
Whoa, bro. That is actually insane, and it makes perfect sense.
Oh my god.
I can hear it.
No.
It sounds like a cartoon, like
Like
Like-
and it's at the base of my ears, and he's like, it's like he's behind me. And remember when that happened before? And it's deep.
I could hear it.
Wait, what were you just hearing?
Look
It
to the
was-
right.
Oh my god.
It was like a deep, guttural, evil laugh.
What right? Maybe you're right, because
I can't look anymore.
maybe.
Where are you? So what did you hear at the end?
It just kept happening over and over again. It was.
Here.
What did that say?
I worked here. Maybe the bar or something? Hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a deep, guttural, like evil laugh.
I could hear it. It sounded like Bowser's laugh.
And that's what the voice sounds like when we do it.
Really?
The guy that talks over everybody, or the male entity, that's what he sounds like on ours.
And on yours is always a bunch of different type of voices.
Yeah.
And it's
There's always a female trying to talk to me and warn me about something, and he, like, will literally, he'll scream if he has to.
It's exactly what we just got. It's so bizarre because this thing said laugh like a minute before you started hearing that laughter. And it just was saying like danger while you were laughing, and we were literally saying like, can you just let her hear one thing, please? Because you weren't like saying anything, and then immediately you started like hearing laughing, and we were, and it also I died in my sleep 15. We got both of those on our devices as well.
Yeah,
I think
it
we
does
just
try to
confirmed
snow
that
tomorrow.
At
It's
least two
gonna be-
spirits are from the forest.
Yeah. And I kept hearing a baby, like, cry in the distance, like a newborn was, like, screaming.
So mixed with hot ground and rain that's not gonna stick.
Hear us.
Right. I just have this drive slow
Unfortunately,
tomorrow.
we would love to be able to stay all night and get more answers, but
I worked here.
on both
Yeah.
devices, it has to have something to do with this then. That's trippy.
People actually don't like going to the hospital. They prefer
Freeze.
They prefer Brockton or Boston. Most people will not go to Morton.
Not
unless they
hour 40
absolutely
yet.
have to,
We're almost through.
because
I'm
a
not
lot
feeling
of people
particularly
go to
hungry.
that
That
hospital
was a
and
good
they
enough
don't come
snack, I
The
guess.
hospital across the street.
I can wait and
Like I was about
hopefully
to say,
get
we
through
would
all
love
this in
to
one
stay
go and have lunch.
Maybe we can come back, but we have somebody that drove a long way to meet us that we have to go meet right now. But I think honestly, we got some really good answers here. It sounds like it is the victim, the 15-year-old girl from the forest, and it is an evil man who killed somebody in the forest. Whether he killed that girl or if it's a completely different evil person that's just saying that, I don't know, but we're going to go try to figure that out. I don't think it's anything dangerous here, but you just need to make sure to tell it no. You know.
We just try to ignore it and pretend he's not here.
Make sure you're protecting yourself too.
Nicholas.
That was the name you were getting the other night.
Yep, that's a name we've gotten every night since I heard it at the Conjuring House.
Seriously?
Yeah, I said that's fucking weird. And the moment she stopped talking or doing that, this thing hasn't said a single word. And this barely has either.
Yeah, she needs to put her foot down more firmly. She needs to tell it to back off, and also if it keeps being a pest, it needs to go away.
Kind of glad that I
Period.
stuck with my gut about it, because all of the things that were happening to me.
Like. I'm at peace.
All of the things that were happening to me, it fit like a puzzle with what happened to her. And it was like she was trying to tell me exactly what happened to her, or at least show me. And I feel like I was also right about the male entity that's here. Whether he keeps just following me back and forth as well. He clearly showed himself tonight. And I'm just gonna ignore him.
I think it's kind of crazy how spot on you
I
were.
don't mean harm.
I mean,
This is the girl talking.
You saying that it was the victim and the guy, you come here and that's exactly what we're getting. I mean, you're onto something for sure.
I literally felt it down to my bones. I knew it was her. I just felt it was really odd that I found out the truth about her after everything that I experienced. I had no idea what her name was, and then my mom says that she knew her, or her sisters.
I'm in my 60s.
Mm.
Or when he died. Joey, how old was he when he died?
So we were definitely picking up on an evil energy, a dark energy that was definitely there in Tori's apartment. Her family knew that's what it was, but we honestly feel like it was something much deeper than that, something way bigger than we were thinking.
So, like Tori had assumed, it seemed like the person or thing or entity that's with her in her apartment is attached to the murder of Mary Aruda, who was the little girl 2 days past 15 years old who was abducted and found tied to a tree rotting months after she went missing inside the Freetown State Forest. And that spirit could also be followed by the man who killed her, James Cater. But we don't know. I mean, just the evidence that we were capturing was really lining up with that in a way that was freaky. I mean, absolutely freaky to see. But in my opinion, there's so much more to the evil in the Freetown State Forest than just a couple serial killers or rituals. I mean, this is a place where for centuries people have been coming to perform rituals, and where, I mean, even in the 80s and 90s, this place was a satanic hotspot where people were actually murdering people for Satan and the devil and doing rituals in the middle of the night there. But we felt
And
like
there's
the
still people
only
out
way
there lurking once in a
that we could
while
get
if
answers,
you find it at the right
it wasn't
time.
by sitting on our asses in our hotel room. It wasn't by going through the drive-thru and enjoying a nice hamburger. It was by strapping on our boots and heading out into the Freetown State Forest at midnight. So we're heading out to the forest right now. It's about 11 o'clock at night. We're gonna get there at 11:07. And it's nights like this that make me wonder, is it worth it, what we're doing? Is it too dangerous sometimes? How safe is paranormal investigating? I mean, this thing followed Tori home from this place, and it's made her life a living hell. And the lives
But
of her
also,
family
it
members.
really does.
Her brother, who didn't want to be.
Again, also at the same time, even though this thing's giving her absolute hell, I can't help but keep feeling that she's been pussyfooting around it. Like, she doesn't want to confront it. She doesn't want to tell it to stop. She doesn't want to tell it to go away. She just wants to watch it and then trying to ignore it. No, you need to tell it to leave. It doesn't have power over you. It's, if anything, it's negative energy trying to take on a form. And if it is actually guided by a spirit of an evil person, it still has no right to be there, and you can tell it to piss the hell off. And if it does refuse and does somehow still hold its ground, you can easily find people who, through these same ghost hunters, that would know people that know how to get rid of it. I guarantee you there's people out there who are more than willing and more than happy to come over there, and especially in a little apartment, put in the little bit of effort that you need to help push this thing out of there. But you also need to protect yourself to make sure it doesn't try to creep back in again. And you need to tell it to stop, and you need to put that boundary down.
Be on camera was so afraid that he left the apartment. He said he got a bad feeling. Her mom came back at the end and said it felt different. And this thing came from this fucking place. This is not a good place. Freetown State Forest is a very evil place. And I don't know, I just feel
an evil place that just somehow has a collective of just all kinds of bad things
while we're driving out
it.
there. Almost as if something's waiting for us. And it's just, I don't know, it's not good. I'm a little bit fucking freaked out to see where this is gonna lead us tonight. Because, yeah, this place is just no fucking joke.
The forest. It's dead quiet out there.
That was like a scream, bro. The wind makes it sound like there's cars coming. Yes, we're about to roll. And we just heard like a human scream, animal scream. What do you think that was? I don't know either. Fuck this. This is the entrance. Behind me, this is one of the entrances. God, the wind.
That wind is creepy.
This is one of the entrances to the Freetown State Forest. We're going to be going deep into the forest tonight on this investigation. And something interesting that I need to share with you is that back in 2018, at this exact spot, I think I heard Bigfoot, an alien, some sort of creature. My whole family heard it. We were actually here on this exact trail walking about 200, 300 yards down that way. And we heard what sounded like something going, "Meow!"
like that. Not f***ing kidding. There were these people that were hiking and walking past us right when it happened, and everybody described hearing this at like the same thing, and nobody knew what it was. We talked about it our entire hike. It's still something I think about to this day, and it happened right here. I also got scared out of the woods because I ran in and I went that way. It was a full moon during a thunderstorm, and I found an old chimney back there, and it sounded like somebody came running at me, so I ran out of the woods. And that was the last time I was here, and that was almost 6 years ago. That's crazy, dude. Oh my God, 6 years. 2018 was 6 years ago. Damn.
That's nuts.
That's actually crazy to think about, dude.
Crazier.
I know. But, oh, Pookie. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He scared me.
Shit.
What's up, Pookie?
Dude, this place is creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, bro.
Dude, absolutely insane. I mean, did you show them with the light off just how dark it is?
No, go ahead, Connor.
That's what we see with absolutely no light.
Yes.
That's
Filmed inside the hole of a bowling ball. Indeed.
Yeah. Want to shout yourself out so people can subscribe to you?
Yeah, well, hey guys, I'm Tyler with Tyler Reynolds TV on YouTube.
Tyler's our boy.
A boy.
So make sure to go subscribe to him.
Thank you.
And yeah, this is like, honestly, dude, I didn't think it was going to be as creepy, but like being here right now, this is like very, very fucking creepy.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's because beyond this gate, technically right here, we're open for anything.
Shut the fuck.
Open for anything. What the?
Why does he have to say that,
anything.
man?
But that's the part that makes it so interesting about, you know, Bridgewater Triangle and Freetown Ledge.
Yeah. Actually, hold up. We're going to interview him. Let me grab this other camera.
Hi, my name is Tyler Reynolds with Tyler Reynolds TV here on YouTube. And it's been a year since I've been into the Bridgewater Triangle, let alone Freetown Forest that's in back of us right now. This place is honestly no joke. It could be one of the top haunted locations here on the East Coast side, leaving it a huge area that they do call the Bridgewater Triangle. And the stories that go beyond that are, you know, not just spiritual. It goes beyond, you know, stuff that is beyond this world, they say, throughout aliens or whatever that people like to be known as in that
People
direction, or
see
whatever you guys
strange
like to call
lights,
them
people
as.
hear strange
But there goes
cries.
against like monsters. This is a huge, heavy
People
area
pick up
that
on
people have
strange
seen.
energy moving
What they
through
call
the
puck
area,
wedgies,
hearing
about
strange
3
noises,
feet tall,
just all kinds of
little
weird
like
ass
almost
things in this
goblin-looking
triangle.
creatures. But
Not to mention people going
rumor has
missing,
it that they can
turn
turn
up
into
dead,
orbs and
etc.
balls of light that you can physically see in person. Now they're blue. They could be anywhere. I've never personally seen them, but I've heard stories of people actually witnessing them with their own eye. This place has tons of stories. It isn't just going along with spiritual and, you know, outer dimension things. This used to be a huge ground to where people would bring bodies. They would bury them here. It's pretty much a graveyard of an unknown number. And that's what's honestly the creepiest part that I feel. They've had cult activity here. They've had so many just different dangerous activities. Spot that we possibly could be going to tonight, they've done rituals, they've done all of these different sacrifices. The stories go on and on with, you know, everything that is in this area. It leaves it all up for question, you know, is some of this real, or, you know, are these stories real? No one truly knows, other than that there have been bodies found here. Going along with the cult activity and, you know, rituals that people have, you know, done here, it's a lot of kids who come and are willing to learn, but they don't know anything about the process of what they're actually doing. So you never know the communication that you're having. Are you trying to talk to simple spirits, or is it demonic activity that is talking to you? Is it going to be shown as bad, or is it going to try and loop you into a trap, making you feel like you're in a safe environment? That's all up for question. I've never went back here and looked for that. We came here, like I said, a year ago, and what we found was just interesting activity of things that wanted to communicate, but we never got clear answers going along to anything that we were talking about. So it's going to be really interesting to possibly see what we can get.
So what happened to you here last year, my man?
So yeah, last year me and Josh came, and we did 3 different locations in the Bridgewater Triangle, being Freetown our last spot. It was very interesting.
Did you hear that?
What'd you hear?
Woo!
Didn't hear that. But
If you're there, can you do that again?
And then it goes completely silent, no wind or anything.
But so you want me to keep going?
Yeah, continue.
Freaky out here, bro.
So, yeah, going back a year ago, me and Josh came to the Bridgewater Triangle, making Freetown Ledge our last spot. Now we tried to find a bunker. We went trying to find specifically puckwudgies. And all of that was super interesting. But I was very intrigued about this last spot. We did something that is questionable if some people want to look at it that way, but each and every night we I actually held on my back a real human skull, waiting for the right moment to try and communicate with either the person from the skull or to see if it was possibly a trigger object. It didn't really bring anything back into play with what we were trying to go after, but it led a very interesting night. Due to the second night we came here, we tried to film for the last part, and right as we get to the ledge, we turn off all of our lights because we see and we hear people off in the distance. So we get closer to the water, we look up at the top of the hill, all of a sudden you see a bunch of lights just turn on and you hear screaming. Then all of a sudden you just hear charging coming down the hill. Me and Josh probably ran faster than we ever ran, and we booked it out of here and came to finish off that series another day. But this place is spooky. It's interesting. You feel like you're being watched. You feel like there's multiple people in the trees just ready to jump out at you. But at the end of the day, overall, there's nobody out there. There's nobody here. There's no cars. It's only us. And that's what's going to make things very interesting, because if there's any noise of another person...
look it up quick. Josh is one that Twin Paranormal actually came to get some info before coming out to the
Tyler.
marsh.
So who do you think was chasing you, man?
Josh is a pretty interesting guy.
I don't want to run into that.
That night, I would like to say there was
I've
people.
not seen anything
there were
negative on him.
a few trucks that were parked
if
a
you're
little
all
bit down the
interested,
road
maybe we
in
can
that
follow
direction.
some of Josh's
But why
stuff
would they be
too.
chasing you?
That's the question. Now, does that fall under what that cult activity was? Or were they just kids that were just here doing what we were doing? There's no question, because we ran out of there. We didn't want to find out. That was the biggest deal, is that it was one of those things where we just wanted to go.
Yeah, run now, ask questions later.
Exactly.
This is actually that kind of location. If you feel it's dangerous, you need to go.
All of the East Coast.
Well, we've had an interesting night already. We got into contact with a dark entity, with Tori, who she claims is a dark spirit or entity that followed her home from this forest. I mean, with the amount of cults and devil worshipping. What was that?
It almost sounded like a growl.
Yeah.
In the distance.
Did you hear that? I came from the fucking woods right here, bro. Can't even see him, it's so dark. Okay, just gonna ignore that. But it really is true, man. Like, you had Carl Drew and the Fall River satanic cult that we talked about earlier. It's just murders happening out here in the 80s, and some of these murders being related to the occult. And for years, I mean, I've talked to people that remembered this place being a actual hotspot for cult activity. And I'm not talking about just kids that are going out to graffiti the rock with a pentagram.
I'm talking about people
like,
actually going out there to do horrible, unspeakable things.
Were living in Fall River, Massachusetts. They were involved in these cults that were linked to murder, and they were coming out here to do these midnight masses and like evil ceremonies because they felt like this forest and these woods were a fucking place where they could connect to the evil, where it was easier and where that like negativity was present. They could just grab it. So there's fucking something in these woods, and right now this is like the real life Blair Witch Project. There's 3 of us, dude.
Yeah, who makes it out alive?
Nobody in that movie. They all fucking die.
Well, shit.
Okay. Well, one of you is going to just sit there in the corner while the other one has a freak out and drops the camera, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Goodbye, folks.
Without further ado, man, please, God, please watch over us, and please, honestly, be with us in our souls. Just cover us with the white light, please, and help protect us from whatever darkness or evil may lie beyond this gate. inside of those woods. Please guide us and, yeah, just keep the demons away. Amen.
Amen. All right.
Let's hope
The
that
demons
works.
at bay.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
All right.
that's like a shot of our... Why are they staring at us like that? Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, what the fuck, man? What the
Already getting tense out here. The second time?
No way.
Are they turning around again?
No, dude. Okay. What did they do? They just gone? What the f was that, bro? Wait, what? Say that you said that you saw that?
Oddly enough, I don't know what we were just seeing. They went back and forth, what, 3 different times?
Yeah.
When we were leaving the last time that we were here, there was 2 cars that were doing the same exact thing, where they just kept going back and forth, back and forth. There was one time they stopped right here. We got in our cars and we just left. That same car then came back, turned around, and at that point we just sped right out of here. I mean, does it make these locals even act crazy? Like, they live in this triangle, and it just, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that activity right there, to where this is not a road that you're just gonna go back and forth on. What was the whole reasoning behind that?
And they went down there, like turned around and went just like a little bit up.
They were staring right at us too. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You don't think they'd rob us, right?
That's like the part that I don't want to think about, but at the same time,
I don't like that.
well, you know what I mean. I can't say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think we should be okay.
Someone steals all of our fucking footage from the trip.
Oh my god, I killed myself.
Me too.
Maybe bring the memory cards.
Should I?
Yeah.
Might wanna just make sure those are on hand and not loose somewhere. Cause my dude, you had this happen before. Let's not leave it up to chance and have the ghosts find another way to snatch up your footage.
Oh god.
Look, dude, 666.
You already run the risk of losing it how many ways with
Where?
random shutdowns, battery
Maybe I'm
outages,
tripping out.
etc.
No, look at dude, the way that wood is. I can literally see a 6.
Really?
Yeah. I see a 6. A 6. Like, look it.
You have to point it out.
Right here, if you look from a certain angle, it looks like it's 6, 6.
Oh. You see what I'm talking about? It's almost like natural.
You fucking see that? Or am I tripping out? Like, look, right here's a perfect 6.
Yeah, no,
Right
I see
here.
it. I see it now that you said that.
And then there's another one right next to it.
I don't know. Tree looks pretty fucking.
You hear that?
Can't hear anything over this heartbeat thing in the background over my ears. I think that'd be one of the few things I'd also... I understand trying to set up a mood when you're making a video and editing and stuff, but I honestly think that's one of the things that's going to bother me the most if I do paranormal investigations, is that I want to be able to make sure that people can hear what I'm hearing too. I'm not going to be if I do the background music, etc., I'm going to make damn sure when something important happens in the background that it is effing quiet. And I might even enhance the audio more to see if we can hear it better. Just my thing. It's a pet peeve. It's a pet peeve probably because of the audio issues I've had making content in my early days. It was just an ongoing thing for like a year and a half. Creepy sixes on trees. Cars going back and forth, checking it out. It's fantastic. It's great.
Like we're just being watched from all angles right now. Yes. Like, dude, it honestly feels like something is like following us super slowly from the back. That's just my first initial reaction.
I mean, I don't think you could have a creepier night, dude. Like, the wind blowing, pitch black, icy cool. The leaves look like they're straight out of Halloween time.
Honestly.
You know?
It's insane. It's creepy.
You know what always concerns me is people living out here.
Yeah. You never know.
Like,
how do you
especially
live
some
in
dude that
this?
gets like territorial.
Don't say that shit, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you gotta be f***ing prepared for if that happens, bro.
I mean,
what if those were the people that chased you out? Like, people living out here, man.
Dude, that's the problem. You never know.
Hiding out here in the boonies. Jason and Rep out here.
I just love spooky shit so much, and this is like top of the mountain type spooky.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is like ranked all the time as the most haunted forest in America. And being out here at fucking midnight on a cold, cold, chilly winter night, there's just something fucking. Oh, the wind stopped right when I said that. Behind us. Dude, it's just,
Darkness.
You guys ever sit and think, like, and this is a genuine question, like, we hear all the time about like cults and like people doing these creepy ass rituals. I've talked to people that claim to have actually like found people doing that shit on their property. Like, what the fuck would you do if we came around the corner and there was like 10 people in robes? You know what I mean? Like, genuinely.
Grab the nearest 2x4 and back away slowly if I was unarmed.
Oh shit.
If you want to do a ritual, that's it right there.
Well, there you f***ing go, man. That is not the answer I expected.
I mean,
but I appreciate it.
Unless if they start growling at me, then I feel like I'm threatened. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd be out of there, bro.
You want to be
Honestly, I'm not
intrigued,
sure
not
I'd
even a
walk
little
into this park without a
definitely be
weapon of some
intrigued,
kind
but, like,
already on me.
like they
Whether it was a melee or a ranged weapon of some sort.
bit? Do you hear that? I thought I heard a voice. I'm not even lying.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, you can. Off in the distance.
Hear what?
You can hear like whispering back and forth.
I thought it sounded like singing.
Singing? Well, I don't know what I heard, other than just some type of voice.
I think the creepiest thing that could happen is when you yell hello to hear something back.
That is true.
I would say.
Or a whistle and you hear a whistle back.
Let's fucking keep walking, Jesus. Yeah, this is definitely the type of behavior that gets you killed in a horror movie. You know? Like going
Keep
out to
whistling,
the America's
boys,
most
and roll the
haunted
lights
forest
on.
at midnight. Just the three of us, no weapons or anything.
We always watch
Meanwhile,
horror
from behind
movies
a
and
tree.
we're like, oh, we'd be so good in this scenario. Like, we'd get out of there so fast. And then it became really evident to us when we went to the Saw escape room in Vegas that we're not good at this and we would most definitely die.
Yeah.
It does. Like plastic burning.
Why does it smell like smoke?
It legit smells like a plastic burning smell.
It smells almost like fireworks.
Whoa, look at this.
God, we're so f***ed. If something happens, we're fucked, bro.
So, I'm stopping the footage right there. This is the disturbing thing that I was talking about. So, as we're walking through the forest, Tyler, Connor, and I all begin to smell burning plastic. Like straight up something, like a plastic item being burned very close to us. We didn't smell it the entire walk, you know, in there. It's not like it was drafting from a factory or something. It was like extremely strong that just hit us right in that area. And then it was gone. And something like that can really only mean two things. We were, 30, 40 minutes into the forest at that point. So either we weren't alone in the forest and somebody was nearby burning something, or a spirit or something was trying to show us something. Now, what makes this even creepier, why I say this is disturbing, the next night we were filming at Norwich Asylum in Norwich, Connecticut. And property manager Shannon was telling us a story about how she smelled burning flesh in the past. And while we were doing that interview, she said it distinctly smells like something. I'm going to play that clip now.
Had an incident, we had a psychic here that was completely blindfolded. Luna, she's on TikTok, but she was blindfolded when she was brought here. She was talking to me about, when we were on the steps, about a man she kept feeling when we were walking down here. She was talking about burning bodies. She's like, I feel like there's a lot of burning bodies underneath here. And it's how I kind of know that some people are factual, because we were right in that area. And as she was talking about it, we started smelling like burning plastic, very heavy. And this was right after the fire that happened at the admin building, to the point where we were running around thinking that someone was setting the building on fire. And she was talking about that they were burning bodies underneath, that she thinks that there are bodies at some point that were burned underneath there. We didn't find anything. But what I had to tell her, though, is that my brother, when he was 17, he was severely burned in a fire, and he lived at Shriners Hospital Burn Center out in Boston. And the distinct smell of burning flesh smells like burning plastic. And I was 14 when that happened, and that smell, when I smell that smell, it brings me right back to that time. And that's the smell. When she started talking about it, my son was there, everybody was there. That smell was so prevalent at that moment, and it was just, it's a trigger smell for me. It's one of those things. And that was the second time that happened that day, when she was talking about it. And there was nothing else, but it was right here, and that's the staircase to the basement.
So I gotta interrupt you for a second. So you've smelled it before. A burning body smells like burning plastic?
Burning flesh smells like burning. Yeah, so the best way that you can actually, that I can describe that as a smell of burning flesh is by, if you take any kind of like that plasticky, if you burn it, that's exactly what burning.
So,
do you have any good?
I'm gonna interrupt for 1 second for our video. That's insane that you say that, because last night when we were deep in the Freetown State Forest, we were smelling like burning plastic, like really strongly. And all of us were like...
What's that door over there?
But all three of us were like, that's fucking plastic being burned. And we said that like multiple times.
And it would stop, and then we'd walk a little bit further, and then you could start smelling it again. You're like...
So that's like really, really creepy that
yeah.
You just said that to us, because that brings a whole other level of creepiness to what we were experiencing last night.
Yeah, so that's so knowing that when you go in and think about places where you've been, if you've smelled that before.
Now you know.
So that's what stood out the most for me, is that every time I smelled that actually just the other day, not here, at a different location, and it made me stop. And it was actually at my job. I was in a hallway, and I was like, where is it? I was joking around, like, where is there a body? But it smells, it's like that chemical kind of smell. It's distinct, you know, when you smell.
Shit, that's
burning
exactly what we were
plastic.
smelling. Because it wasn't like wood burning last night. It was like fucking like plastic.
Yeah, I know, you know the difference between wood.
So that's
and
really
wood smells
creepy.
nice. Like the plastic has that chemically kind of.
So guys, what the hell is that? I mean, the look on Connor and I's faces was just absolutely, we were astounded at that point because it smelled just like burning plastic the night before. So were we smelling a residual body burning out there? Was there somebody actually out in the woods like burning a corpse? I mean, we have no explanation. It's a very distinct smell and it was very strong. We smelled it multiple times. It was almost following us. I don't know if that was a sign or I don't know what the hell that means, but
Not sure
we
what that
had
means
no
either,
idea
but
that
that's
burning flesh
not a
smelled
good
like
sign.
plastic, and looking back at it, it's frightening that we kept walking into the darkness,
Especially given
even
the
though we
place you're
smelled
at.
something like that. But it only got worse from there.
Well, at least I die with all my sweet pookies.
Dude, I really don't want to run into somebody up there, bro. 'Cause it smells like. No, it does. Who's that? Hello? If there's anybody out here, we're just trying to do a little ghost hunt. We don't want to
Better
cause
than
any
calling.
trouble, so just let us know that you're out here, please.
There we go.
If you don't want us to come, just let us know and we'll turn back.
Hello out there.
Oh my god, dude, I'm fucking creeped out. Hear that?
That was a huge branch snapping.
I thought it sounded like. Aren't Bigfoot known to bang shit together? Yeah. It's just man, this light seemed like a. Oh. They got bears up here?
Yes. Very rare.
What? Dude. Yeah.
Don't forget to look up high.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. Now, it could be my eyes with the light that's going on, but I thought, like, you know, I don't know, it's like, it looks like there's a blue light right there.
Hello?
You don't see it? Is it my, it could be my eyes. Dude, look at that little fucking, is that like a fort that somebody built? Fort? Out of sticks right there. Yeah? What is that, bro? It sounds like it was low to the ground too, did it not?
Hello?
Already?
Already?
That was a full battery, bro.
So this light is acting up. Yours just got drained.
Oh, God. That sounded like someone banging sticks together.
Hmm.
I feel like I keep hearing
Can't hear
shit, dude.
anything, but okay.
Is that dying?
No, this is my light.
Yep, I see it dying right here.
Oh, yeah.
Are we close?
Huh?
Are we close?
We're like halfway.
Paint on the tree.
Hmm.
That's a very creepy tree. Just when you think this forest can't get any creepier, it gets creepier.
It does.
Look at that, dude. This is literally a scene out of a horror film. Pentagram over the cross.
Yo, dude, I didn't even notice that.
Hmm.
That's spooky.
Well, that's ominous. What the f do you think happened here?
It's also crazy to think if we would have came out here just like a couple days earlier, covered in snow.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Completely. Yeah, all this was covered in snow about maybe a foot.
I bet that is fucking creepy as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like the silence of
Imagine, right? Imagine you're the only footsteps coming back here. Two people. Say it's just you guys, and you see another set of footprints on the way back.
God.
Only coming this way, right?
So this is where you started hearing people yelling before?
Yeah, so we heard screaming. This is what you want to come see.
Look at that.
Do you guys know about the story of the white woman?
No.
So there is, if I'm gonna say where the most energy is, it's gonna be on top of this cliff, right up this way. And I think for what we want to do, that's gonna be the best spot for communication that we're gonna have all tonight. The main story over here.
Did you hear that? Heard ah. That was weird, dude. I can't believe y'all didn't hear that shit.
Weird that you're hearing stuff that we're not at all. Like even from the start when you heard that voice, right by the cars.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sounded got it.
All right.
But so the story is, and I don't know, it like kind of goes under the Romeo and Juliet story almost, to where it was this guy and girl weren't able to be together. I don't know if it was back to Native American times or just, you know, two different types of people who if it was just two types of people who were not supposed to be together and their families just did not let that happen. So the story is, and it could be different. It's more of a local legend story, if anything. But there's ones of where, you know, she came here and was left alone, and she took her life by jumping off of this cliff. And, you know, there's other ones to where it was just, you know, something happened again with her that, you know, didn't involve jumping off. But the story is that if you're here, what?
That's not like a nature sound though.
No, that's not like a tree crack.
That sounded like fabric ripping.
They did. It sounded just like that.
What the fuck?
But yeah, so I don't know what the story is, but all I know is that there have been reports of people being able to see the woman in white up on top of the ledge while you're down here, or people have said that they've reported of seeing this woman in white jumping off into the water in the middle of the night. It's creepy.
No.
But I mean, if we're gonna
No.
Never.
if you want to talk about where people do all of these sacrifices and rituals, it's gonna be on top of that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going up there, are we?
Oh yeah, brother, you're on the path.
Let me see. Shine a light.
Lunatic is
Dude, I don't know if I
on
can
the
make it
prowl.
up that high with this gear. Bro, I'm like dead already.
Dude, I feel like that's where you guys want to be.
I gotta get Connor to say this. What did you just say?
I said it sounds like a fucking alien in my backpack.
We actually found an alien, took it, and put it in the bag.
It's in, yeah, it's in the bag. We abducted the alien.
Sorry, sometimes I'll get this really bad ringing in one ear, and it's always right before something big.
Which ear?
My right ear.
Male.
Hmm?
Male. Male right, female left.
A male spirit?
That's a male spirit. That's like a psychic thing. Are you still filming? What was that? What the f was that, bro?
No, seriously, what was that?
Right there.
Didn't hear it.
Like,
I heard.
that sounds like a creature. I don't even have my camera. I'm not even filming.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah,
right
because of
when
all
I
the
said
wind, you
my
can't
ear
quite
rang,
catch
yeah.
it.
What the fuck, bro? Actually. Yeah, what's our plan if something happens?
Ooh, look at that. I got the slightest
But, like,
goosebumps again.
I literally physically could not run back with that gear bag on.
Well, that's the thing. We wouldn't run with the gear bag on. If our life's in danger, we're fucking getting out of here.
Grab the SDs and run.
Grab the SDs and run.
All right, let's go.
Amen,
Off
brother.
this creepy cliff, man.
At least you keep the footage. Ah, we'll play secure later. We have enough money. Ah,
Spooky stuff.
we can go back to basics.
Yeah, this fucking sucks, dude. You sure you know where you're going?
Well, gotta be this
You
way.
know.
We're gonna die.
I don't know how we got lost.
What about
I
this
think
one?
there's a clearing over here.
What?
I swear I just saw something yellow and then something move.
I'm about to give up on this.
Well, we're definitely at the top of the fucking hill.
It's definitely a path right here, but like, where does this go to? And we need to go straight that way. Oh my god.
Go where?
Through the woods.
Into the woods.
Down? I don't think it's down. That's what.
We came from down there, didn't we? Look, it's straight this way. It's this direction.
That's where we have to go. Alright, so we are going. We are going.
Are you sure we're headed the right way?
God. I don't know how this is messed up.
Well, this is very Blair Witch Project. Damn, bro, we are lost.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How crazy was that?
There was a road?
How wild was that, dude?
You probably cut off like 20 minutes going through there, although you probably also got covered in brambles.
Let you leave. Bro.
This is why I like houses.
This is why I don't like to leave them.
What's that? 666.
Welcome, Freetown lads.
Sure is spooky up here. What the f is this? Too bad you can't see shit. Shut up.
Better not start the rain.
Oh, dude, I could see it.
Oh, you can see it all day. Go, let me steal that.
What?
Yeah.
It's fucking one right now.
I didn't think about it.
I can feel raindrop.
Look at this.
There's drizzle.
Yeah, it's not gonna be bad.
Yeah.
My only concern is this wind.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit, pal.
Look at this.
Oh my god. Are you fucking with me right now? What the fuck, Tyler? What the fuck, man? He goes, oh yeah, it's supposed to rain at 1. It's 1:15. This fucking dude.
But we got out of the car at like 11.
Fuck.
Took a while to hike up here, eh, boys?
Dude, I'm a little concerned about getting back through all those low areas.
It's starting to come now.
Yeah.
You're gonna do something, let's get it done. Bing, fries are done.
All right, so we suffered through that all the way to get up here, only for it to start fucking raining the moment we got up to the ledge. Tyler said it was supposed to start at 1. None of us thought about it, and it's 1:15. So now, if we don't start going back now, all of that area that we just walked through is gonna be pouring rain in like streams, and we might not even be able to get back. So we gotta fucking go. Like, look at this. This started the moment we got up here.
And the fight's about to die.
Not the first time the weather has suddenly turned on people the moment they got out here. I'm sure that happened to Twin Paranormal as well. Ooh, dang.
Hello?
Hello. I am a tree sprite.
Spirit talker's silent right now.
Secret.
Secret. Is it
Like
a
they're
secret?
hiding secrets. They don't want us out here.
What on earth was that?
That's trees rubbing against each other. Enjoy that.
That thunder up above.
What secrets are you hiding in these woods?
I'm gonna get out another device.
Viking?
Me? I mean, people, it's actually crazy, dude. People always, this isn't me like you. I don't know, people are gonna think I'm not trying to sound cocky, but people always tell me I look like Thor. Like, they come up to me like on the fucking street and just say that because of my long blonde hair and beard.
I like the forest.
Oh! Oh!
I like the nighttime.
way
I like the
too
boogie.
You like the forest? What do you like about the forest? We were told you were evil. Do you like it because it's easy to kill somebody out here? Or hide a body? Or hide secrets?
Hiding the secrets.
You saying fuck it?
I'm gonna cut on my phone.
Okay, guys, so it's still fucking pouring rain out. We're still back pretty deep in the forest. We decided to just get out the Spirit Talker while we were trying to let this rain pass. And it's been giving us such crazy responses that I got this camera out, and we're just gonna see if we can get anything.
Chase, distract. What are we doing right now, dude?
What?
It's not that we were chased, but we went down the wrong path. We got distracted.
Chase and distract.
You know what I mean?
Did you hear that scream?
No.
Chase and distract.
And the rain's picking up again like crazy. But you know, it's like we got distracted, went down this wrong path. Now it's like in a spot to where we don't know where we're at. Is this the chase? You're chasing us in the wrong direction.
Please wait and listen. Be careful in here.
I gotta get my camera.
This has been f***ing insane.
There you are.
It's literally like fucking hell's forest.
We came here with the question of why did you follow Tori? from this forest? Are you truly a demon?
Scott.
Who's Scott?
Is there a demon here? What are you?
Bodies below.
That's what we were
saying, dude. It's like an endless graveyard. Bodies are everywhere. That's exactly what we were saying in the beginning.
Where are the bodies?
Oh, over there, over there. Might
How
be
many
one
bodies?
up there.
Oh my god. It's like every time we start talking about shit like this, rain starts coming down even harder.
This is what we do for our videos, people.
Yeah. If you haven't yet, please go like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe,
And pray for us.
everybody.
I'm curious. Where are the
We're
bodies?
drenched.
I'm fucking soaking wet right now.
Nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous to share? What are you nervous about?
It's like weird timing with that wind.
She was literally saying that the spirit that follows her around
Not really
likes to
tired,
taunt
we're just
and
kinda
torment her.
This whole night we've been fucking tormented. Look at us, bro. Look at
Taunted
me. Look
and
what I've been reduced
tormented
to.
in the torture.
Fucking miserable.
And now the rain.
This is hell. This is like being in hell right now.
This is bad. I swear I just saw some type of light back there.
Me too.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah. Let's go back to the car for a second. We can talk this out. We got.
Yeah.
We're still really far back. We got to make our way towards the front.
We have to find.
Raining
We have
even
to
harder.
find where we're going.
I don't know if we were forced out of the forest by an evil entity, if we were forced out by nature herself, if we were just being warned by something that we shouldn't be in there that evening, but there's definitely no doubt in my mind that we were
Very risky
completely
business
forced
being
out
in
of
a
the forest.
forest that you don't
we
know
were
in the
planning
middle
on
of
staying
nasty
there
weather.
for an hour, 2 hours at least, and we couldn't even get 10 seconds of footage. So it's almost like there was either somebody watching over us, or there's something that the forest, as an entity of its own, didn't want us to find. But once we got back to our vehicle and we opened up the trunk of the car, we decided we came all the way out here, so we need to get some sort of an answer for Tori. We got out our devices, set them up on the back of the truck, and frankly, the evidence we captured is mind-blowing. I mean, I think you guys are really... There's something going on there. Okay, guys, so obviously this rain is fucking insane. It totally fucked our shoot up tonight. But we can't come back tomorrow night because we already have a place where we need to be. So we decided to just sit on the back of our car and investigate, because we literally, it's still pouring. But if you'll see right here, we brought candles out earlier to emulate a ritual, like sort of some Bridgewater Triangle stuff. And if you look to our right,
The forest is right there.
Can't see shit.
let's see.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see it?
Right light.
Yeah.
The
trees all around us. So we're still up here in the f***ing forest, but we've got these 3 spirit talkers running. The car's off, obviously, and I'm going to turn on our REM pod bell.
And this is a new device, so for me, what is this? What does this do?
It's fucking dead still, bro. That was just charging for a fucking hour at her place.
Surgery.
Dude, something does not fucking like us. That's Charles.
Charles doesn't like us? Do these 3 candles give you energy?
So literally, bro,
Feel.
I want to just state, all day today, something has been fucking with us, dude. Like, earlier, while we were filming with her, so many of our batteries died. They just kept dying, kept dying. And that it killed this device. And then we charged it the entire time we were at her place. And it's fucking dead still.
You know what's also crazy is that right before we went in,
I
we
will
were
make
talking
sure that
about
thing
how
has like a...
we were all kind of getting signs that like something
that the chargers are actually properly working with the thing because
And
who
look at
knows,
this,
maybe
bro.
the battery's
I mean,
shot.
This
You get a
you'd
replacement.
sit here in your car and think this rain's terrible. I'm not going to get out and walk there. We were a fucking mile back there when it started raining like this. Oh yeah, that's
Been
actually
there.
horrible.
Been there,
And
done
Connor
that.
slip.
Have the
I feel like I got
t-shirt.
fucking
Got drenched out
frostbite,
here.
frostbite. But we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do a little Estes session. We just want to see who the fuck is following us and taunting us.
I'm going to leave. I do not understand.
What? I'm going to leave. I do not understand. What don't you understand? Why are you gonna leave? It's just so fucking creepy out here, man. Like,
No.
truly.
If you're touching us, can you make us feel it? You're fighting against the rain.
Did you hear me?
No. Can you tell me, is there anything evil out here?
If you can hear my voice, and you're an evil spirit, or you're the man that's following Tori, get the fuck over here.
Did you hear that? That was actually like a scream.
Shooting.
Whoa.
Thomas.
Thomas. What was that?
What the
What that?
is that?
Listen. What are you? Oh, what? That sounded like a gunshot.
No way.
Listen. You heard that, right?
What was that?
It was like from over there.
I'm hiding here.
Well, show yourself. Come out. Thought I just got touched in the back.
Can you find my grave? My name is Fred.
Oh.
Fred? Fred, if that's you, give us a sign. Maybe Fred's a fucking murder victim that's out here. He died from a shooting.
He's wanting us to find his grave.
That's what I mean. He's buried out there. He fallen.
Can we keep talking?
Yeah?
Fred, did you get shot? Did you get killed on this land?
Fred!
Roderick?
Where are you? You can't even see anything with even night shot on.
Her.
Her.
You can't see her.
Fred, were you the one who tied that girl up on the tree?
God, I'm getting soaked.
I was stationed here.
Station?
Station.
Like military? What?
You guys even notice the 3 candles are burnt out?
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck? How did no one notice that?
Dude, I didn't notice that at all.
What? Oh, dude, I actually just got goosebumps.
12.
That's weird, dude. When did they go out?
I don't know.
Like, honestly.
The wind hasn't been crazy or anything.
Weird that all 3 would go out. Isn't it? A little bit?
That's weird.
And that, I don't know if it's the red lighting, but that just looks really creepy.
Who blew out the candles? Did anyone blow out the candles? Oh my god! Oh! 3 candles! Oh my god!
We can't be screaming.
He's here.
He's here. You yelled for him. You called for him. He blew out 3 lights. That's how he showed he was here, and we didn't even notice it.
Who's he? Is this the man that I called in who's taunting Tori? The evil, demonic man that haunts these woods? Identify yourself.
Worried.
Why are you worried? Dude, that's fucking insane.
That was
Actually,
crazy.
3 lights. Right after I noticed these candles burned out.
No, right after. That's insane, dude.
And he's here as well, right after we call him in. I have an idea. When we do this Estes,
I was so scared.
It's just the victims. You know what I mean?
There's victims and then the...
What the hell was that?
That was like on the car.
Hospital. RAF.
Royal Air Force, enlisted. Or what did it say before?
I was stationed here?
I was stationed here, Royal Air Force. I don't know, but it's just weird. Do you like the forest?
My happy place.
Wow. Oh my god. Do you like
And
the
it was
forest?
saying in there,
It's
I
my
like the
happy place. Dude, this is insane right now. Insane. Like,
It's my happy.
like who would think? 3 different phones as well. And like this is all making sense with multiple.
I know. Do you? Okay. I demand that you identify yourself. He's here. Who the f is this guy?
People are coming.
Dude, what if a car comes down the road?
Think if someone's getting murdered because we're screaming.
Jesus, dude.
I have an idea. So, why don't we sit inside of the car and do the Estes?
Oh, that's not a that's
And
a good idea.
Did you hear that? Is that an airplane?
It's thunder.
Oh shit. We could sit in the car, you two could... A plan!
We're planning
That's what I'm
now.
talking
There we
about.
go.
But I could sit in the back and you guys in the 2 front and shoot back and I can shoot you.
Cursed.
Cursed land.
You're listening to me? Well, I'm about to listen to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna
See what we can
switch this
hear.
up and turn the tables on you. You're no longer gonna be the most powerful. This is fucking scary, bro.
Dude, this is crazy.
Also, I feel like I'm getting like hypothermia. With my back has been in the rain this whole time.
Yeah, I've been in it.
You want to say anything else to us before we do this? This is your last chance to identify yourself before we talk.
Alice.
Alice.
Alice. What are the odds? Maybe it's a victim.
That's what it seems like.
Alice,
Most likely.
who's the angry, evil, the man, the demon? Please, before we go, sit in the car. What's his name or what is he? Please help us.
If you help us, we can help you.
Potential.
Potentially. Tell us, please. Is he an elemental? Is that why this weather is acting up? That was a woman yell.
that. I heard that one. Dang. It could be an animal, but it's hard to say. That was clear as day, though. Holy smokes.
That's what it said earlier, a bunch.
Oh,
This is getting fucking creepy, actually. Okay, let's get in there.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single
Thank
week
you
here on the
all.
channel, we
Hope
give
you
away
all
a free
enjoyed the
gift
live
bag. Today's
show when it
video,
was on,
I'm going to give
and
you all 10
congrats
seconds.
to the winners.
You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much and stay spooky.
Can't like it, I need to...
This kind of reminds me of
back to
Jurassic
Havoc.
Park.
Dead ass,
Where's the
dude.
T-Rex?
Boom.
Instead of a T-Rex, it's a demon or a Puckwudgie or a Bigfoot or a whatever. Hey,
I've seen you before.
Me? Are you talking to me?
I followed you.
Who did you follow? Are you talking about me? Did you see me when I came here last year?
Whoa.
Brilliant.
Screaming.
Okay, well...
What is it that's in the forest?
So many.
Is it something evil?
Cold darkness. Dude, I'm feeling so weird. There's such weird noises coming through.
What the hell, dude?
It's like screams.
What the fuck?
Scarlet.
It's like screams.
Like, you guys can hear how loud that is.
I'm still here.
Are you dark? Are you a dark energy?
I know you.
Are you talking about me, Connor, or Colin? My name's Tyler, by the way.
3 lights.
3 lights again, dude.
Hazel. Basement holds darkness.
Right inside that fence.
That's where the bodies are.
There's a house.
Yeah. That's right.
So what are you? I feel like you really didn't like us being here today. What was the problem?
She's over there.
Hey there. Oh, I just heard a voice that said, "Pure nightmare." Kind of like that. Pure nightmare.
Is this the girl that wanted help?
I'm here.
Who's here?
Hear us whisper.
Like what he was just saying.
Alice.
With it being... Alice again!
And it was a whisper?
But we got Alice on the box. It was like one of the
God,
last
this
names.
is like such a terrible frequency. It's like painful.
Alice, do you need help?
I miss mommy. Quiet. Oh. I'm over here.
Alice, what's the problem? Are you okay?
The bad man.
Who's bad? Who is the bad man? Is he a spirit? Is he a demon?
Everything.
He's everything.
Everywhere.
What's your name?
My name's Connor.
I'm Tyler. And this is Colin, who can hear you.
I had a bad past.
So if the bad man is everything and everywhere...
Oh, I heard. He's standing by the gate. Like that. 2 different voices. He's standing by the gate.
I mean, dude, the gate to the forest is right there. It's right there.
And he's happy to talk.
Okay. If you say you're everything and everywhere...
Knock on the window?
Would you say you're a devil then? If you can be everywhere.
I know you.
Why does it keep saying that?
What the fuck?
Remember me?
I know you. Do you remember me?
That's creepy.
I need to know your name, or are you a devil that I've talked to
I wonder
before?
if this thing remembers me.
That's true. Because Colin's also been out here.
No, that's true. Who do you... That's what I'm trying, like... Who do you remember?
Do you remember Colin?
Who do you remember?
Oh man. A male voice. Hey, James. Just like that.
Not the name we're looking for, but that's funny.
Yeah, it's my name.
It's watching you.
You better hide.
It's watching you. You better hide. I don't mean to laugh. Oh my.
Dude, I'm getting f***ing creeped out back here.
Do you have a problem with me?
All 3.
Oh,
everyone.
It's also kind of strange.
Bleeding skulls.
Maybe thinking about how like there's 3 candles that we lit representing each
Ha,
one of us.
Each one of us, and it
Blew
blew all out.
And now it's got a problem with all of us. So you really don't like people coming out to the forest? Is it because you're hiding your secrets back there?
Did you force us out?
You'll never kill me.
Did you force us out of the forest?
New target.
Tell people my story.
Well, then What's your story?
Tell, I couldn't tell if that said, bring him here. Oh God, I keep hearing this creepy man voice. Yum.
Like this guy.
Mom.
Planchette.
Would you want us to do a Ouija board out here?
Dude, it's like my head.
Tattoo.
Everything's just hurting.
Dude.
You got a planchette? Guys, look at this. Stay spooky.
Look to your right.
A demon here.
Dude, look to your right. A demon
He's
here?
here.
And what's to the right?
The gate. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I feel something really f***ing creepy. I don't know if you're seeing anything to the right, but I feel like it just shifted, bro.
It said to the right on here, right?
Oh, like I'm feeling really. Oh, I just heard like a like that.
So are you calling me out?
Beware.
Everyone is
Go away.
sold to me.
Dude, this is very strange.
Fuck you.
Like, go away. Beware. Fuck you.
Why do you really want us to go?
There's someone
I wander these grounds.
Dude.
everywhere.
Everywhere. Everything's making so much sense.
Everything and everywhere. I keep hearing those words.
He's everything and everywhere. So what is that? What are you? What do you label yourself as?
Through a ritual.
Came through a ritual.
I need a little bit more information.
Don't trust him.
Who are you? You're being very vague.
I like swimming.
Woman in white.
Ugh. Another man's voice. Followed you back.
Followed us back.
You followed us from the water. From the pond.
No.
Where did you
From
My voice is heard.
Where did you follow us?
roll. Oh, I heard roll your window.
No.
Yes, it's me.
What is going?
This is so strange.
So it sounds like
I saw you.
It sounds like you're really just trying to scare us, but you're not really answering our questions other than saying that.
You have no idea.
Why are you trying to scare us? Why don't you answer us?
I need blood. Ugh.
Well, you're not getting blood. You're not getting it.
Not from me.
They left me here.
Who left you?
Puck.
Puckwudgie. Did you encounter a Puckwudgie?
Don't.
I'm assuming this is somebody different.
Tootsie Roll. Tide. Find my body.
We can't find your
I
body.
feel like there's so many people talking.
It sounds like it's so many now. How many spirits are talking? How many are here?
Plans.
They keep
Oh, I just heard a really creepy woman's voice. Look outside.
How many spirits?
Oh, surrounded.
Surrounded.
Look outside. Surrounded.
But it would make sense.
Torture.
48.
Rope torture.
The girl was literally tied to a tree with
ropes. But then going back.
Run!
Oh, you turn the lights
There's
on.
some
I'm like,
intense
what
stuff coming out of here.
Scratch.
Scratch.
Wild things.
I heard her.
You hurt the girl. Sounded like a yell from the outside.
There's so much bad.
Hell.
Demon! I heard demon! I heard demon! Demon!
Dude, what the fuck? Help, too? Like, help, there's a demon.
Like, guys,
Oh, that was creepy.
what is it? Are we talking
It
to a demon?
feeds
Are we-
on something. I heard it feeds on, but I couldn't tell. Brr.
Oh, soul.
What do you feed on? Come on, tell us. What is it?
Go on.
What do you want?
Babies.
Oh, not far off.
Do you feed on
Children too! Babies and children too. Oh, and then I heard shh.
Ugh.
Play.
Good play.
I'm not playing.
With me.
Where are you?
Out in. Oh! Oh! Woo! Out in the rain. I keep hearing this fucking creepy voice that's like, the rain, baby.
I'm not going.
And
out
this
in the
frequency is getting louder and just weirder sounding, man.
Almost like
Mickey Mouse.
All right, we're gonna pull him out of this. In
The
a
cult
second. Is there any
lives on.
It's part of a cult.
Oh, I feel like somebody's touching my neck, dude.
I feel terrible right now, and he goes right after his neck. I'll affect you, and he says his neck. I feel like we should pull him out.
I think it's time, yeah.
Dude, what the?
I want to eat your babies.
My head.
We were getting some of the craziest shit on Spirit Talker that was going along exactly with what you were saying.
Dude, it was insane.
Dude, please tell me that made sense, because that was very
It made
creepy.
too much sense. It said planchette, and you said tattoo. After it was talking, and then you said, or something said James. I don't know if it was Spirit Talker or you.
Dude, I mean, everything just went
was him.
together with each other, and it was insane.
Like, what were the takeaways?
Just something doesn't really...
It said rope torture.
What?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Rope torture? What the fuck, dude?
It eats
I've
babies
never
and
heard it
children.
say that.
Archangel. It said, I mean, she's over there. I had a bad pass. It's watching you cry. Planchette. A demon here. Go away. My voice is heard. Exposed. Like, and that's just on this Spirit Talker, not even on that one.
Yo, that is
It was calling
mad
all of us
creepy.
out, and that it did not want us in that forest.
It's just weird.
This is great.
It's weird in a way, right? Because it doesn't... It never... You said demon at the end, but it never described what
Follow us right.
it is.
It
Follow
said
us
that
right.
multiple times.
Dude, it keeps saying
I
to go
remember
right.
it said something about a gate.
And go play in the rain. Tyler.
Yeah, at the end, it told me to go out and go play.
Really?
He said, go play with them out in the rain. And
Follow us ahead.
What the
dude,
fuck?
dude, this has been this whole session the entire time.
Back into the forest.
Dude, it wants us to go back.
It wants us to go back.
Wants you to go back, wants you to get lost, wants you to become
fucking
another
creepy is that,
victim
though,
of your soul
honestly?
trapped
Yeah,
in
it
this
wants us to
forest
go back.
forever.
Like,
Now-
follow us right,
Well, welcome.
follow us back.
Welcome to
Something-
the desires of the
Something
forest.
seen us and wanted to follow us, but it said it didn't
It
come from
wants
the
your
water, but it never
soul.
said where it came from.
And it would not tell us its name either.
And it kept saying, I remember you, but it was never saying any type of name, and it never said what it was.
I think it remembers both of you.
I feel fucking weird after that, man.
Dude, I don't feel good at all.
One of the last things it said was, "I'll affect you."
On there?
And then you said, I feel something on my neck. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, right
I
after.
really did feel like it was like a little like
It literally said
stroke
that,
on
and
my neck.
immediately, like, while it was saying, you're like, I feel like there's something touching my neck.
I
Insane,
feel like
dude.
so dizzy and like
I have a
cold.
terrible headache.
Oh,
that might just be from the cold.
My head's hurting, my stomach's hurting, I feel so off.
Might have hit my head when I fell too.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hope not, dude.
Did you? How do you not know?
Adam.
Well, that was certainly
My
very.
voice is heard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Indeed.
This was very very scary, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very intense
Yeah.
energy out there.
I can't believe that creepy ass forest is like still to our right now.
I know, dude.
And it's still wanting us to go back.
Is there anything else you have to
Back
say
to
before
the
we go?
woods.
Any final words?
We have cookies.
What if it's like, see you later?
Chocolate
I'll follow you.
sprinkles.
I'm the demon.
I just got the feeling like he's just saying, we're closer now.
That's a very creepy final word. Like,
Yeah.
come closer. We're closer than ever before. I'm closer to you now.
I don't know.
Well, guys, I think we should get the fuck out of here.
I think it's time to call it a night.
We won't hurt you.
Dude, it literally goes, come closer. We won't hurt you.
It's like, come play in the rain.
That's f***ing scary,
Come
behavior.
I don't like this, dude.
We will hurt
Just with the
you.
night, with how it all unfolded.
Out and play to the in the
It's still
rain.
pouring rain out.
To the gate on the right.
This took a really, really dark turn.
It did. It really did.
She wasn't wrong.
I know you.
Tori was not wrong. I really hope this thing doesn't follow us. Remember, we're protected by a higher power.
Scottish.
I was about to say, remove, like, you can't stay. Yeah, we're gonna remove you. We have a white light cast over. I just bit my tongue. Ow. That's really weird timing to bite your tongue.
Yeah.
Blood sacrifice.
I have a higher power, and white light is surrounding all three of us. You cannot follow any one of us. You have to stay here. It's the end of our session. All right. Thanks for coming out tonight, bud.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. This was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, great's a way to
That's great. It's great.
It was something.
I'm glad
This was an experience.
I'm glad I was able to take you
Do I
guys on
really
an
want to come
adventure.
out to this forest again? I don't
It
think
almost
so.
led to
Dude.
Patience.
we almost
Want to
became
eat your baby?
Patience. In the hospital earlier tonight, she was
Bring us
talking
more
about.
children.
All right, man.
Yeah, it's that time. And what time is it? It is.
That's the final thing.
Where's
So
my
we have
body?
We have an evil demon and a
I wanna
victim
swag us
still.
all.
But who's the victim? Oh no.
It said rope torture.
You are nice.
Thank you.
It's really strange, man. All right.
On that note, let's leave the forest, shall we? Be away. Epilogue.
So we're here right now, back at the exact place where last night we were contacting this thing, and it's just as eerie in the daylight. If you look around,
too
it's a very
still.
cold New England day
Very weird.
here, Freetown
Very
State
uneasy.
Forest, and I just
This
don't
is a
think
big
this
natural
story's
forest,
over.
yeah.
This is one of those cases that, I don't know, we had some really bad nightmares last night. This camera battery's gonna die, so we're gonna have to talk about them in a second. But I just wanted to come back and say, once again, whoever's here, you might have followed us last night already, but you have to stay here. Please get off of us. So much mystery here, man. It's a fucking creepy place. So, right now, before we leave, we just wanted to take a look back here because this is the area where we felt like this evil was coming from. When I was here years ago, this is where I had an encounter. Right here.
That chimney, dude?
How freaky is that?
It's still here. Just out in the middle of nowhere.
Just one of the creepy things you find here at Freetown.
Dude, that's very freaky.
I mean, really though, when you think about it, imagine if you were coming out here to do rituals, even after the original cult. This would be a perfect place to burn some sort of material, to start a fire, to hold a ritual. An old abandoned chimney from who knows when. And what used to be here? A whole house, obviously. What happened to the people that lived in this house?
It's crazy. It might not even been a house. It might have been just a standalone chimney.
That's so strange.
I mean, like, look how fucking big this thing is.
Right? It's just one of those things. It's like, imagine what might have happened here. We'll never know exactly what, but I'm just saying, I mean, look at, there's still tons of ash and burn stuff. People still light fires in here. Who fucking knows what they're doing?
Normally, any other place, I'd just say, camping. But in the Freetown State Forest,
there's no telling what went down.
I wonder what
The
this
only
thing
kind,
is.
the only kind of people that camp out in Freetown
Is it an elemental?
are cultists.
Is it
and
an
demons.
indigenous spirit? Is it a serial killer? Is it just a demon straight up conjured through all these rituals? There's so many possibilities.
Potent energy.
Aliens, fuck, extraterrestrial
Just
beings.
energy everywhere in this.
What's creepy is this is
strange
the exact
forest.
time of day when I heard Bigfoot out here. It was like right now, like mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon, and just from way deep down there. Fucking eerie.
Oh no.
Well, so creepy, man.
I mean, honestly, it's a beautiful forest.
I'm standing among you.
Whatever this thing is, it likes to say that it's like following you. It's right there.
Footsteps among you. Or footsteps follow. I'm standing among you.
I said footsteps follow.
Among us.
You can't follow us though, alright?
Yeah.
How do you get a spirit to not follow you?
Get your ass back, boy.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Not with that attitude. Alright, on to the next location.
Let's walk on back. Beautiful day though. Alright, so we are driving right now to our location. We film these videos back to back, so we're actually driving to the Norwich Asylum right now to film our next
Go past
investigation.
this light, then use the right lane to take a slight right turn to merge onto US 6 West toward Providence.
Say a little bit more.
But Tyler just texted us and said that he had like some sort of nightmare last night, and I told him to just call me and explain it, so he's about to call me in a second, and I figured we'd record it while he tells us what happened.
Fair
I
enough.
I forgot to mention this, him saying that.
In 15 miles, keep right onto I-95 South.
But yeah, hearing Tyler say that made me remember that I didn't have any like nightmares specifically last night, but I did have just like really a lot of trouble sleeping. What about you?
I don't know, I was having some really strange dreams last night. Like those dreams where you wake up and you're like, what the hell was that? I can't necessarily remember what I was dreaming about, because I feel like there was a lot of dreams that I had, but it's just been a really weird day. Like we both just feel like strange, but I mean also just all the running around in the woods that we were doing just wore us out. I mean, this is also at the end of a trip where we've been hitting some of the most haunted places in America too.
Yeah, and here we are in insane traffic. That doesn't help either.
Not a bit.
Tyler?
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm recording this for our video, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to let you know.
No, that's completely fine, dude. I wanted to talk to you guys actually about something.
Yeah, what happened?
Dude, so I seriously didn't wake up till a little bit ago, and it's already like past 3, which is wild enough, right?
Yeah, it's 3:50. It's 3:18 right now.
Dude, I had an even longer night when I got home. So I go to bed normally completely fine. I've never had this happen to me at all before. Coming back from a location or something like that, whether it had to do with it or not. But dude, I was like, I wish I could remember how it went or what exactly happened. But dude, all I remember is just waking up with like fear from like nightmares or something like that. But the one thing that I can say, dude, is that I woke up one time from it. Now, I didn't fully see anything, whether my eyes were playing tricks with me or something. Dude, I could have sworn I saw some black shadow in the corner of my room. And honestly, I ignored it and just went back to bed. But with everything that was happening, dude, I was freaked.
So you were waking up, like, just, you can't remember your dreams, just like something kept waking you up?
Dude, I just couldn't remember, but I know that I was waking up from just being scared from whatever I was dreaming about, but then like seeing some black shadow in my room.
Well,
That's exactly what I was saying. I was having a lot of just like strange dreams last night, and like I can't remember at all what it was, but I just know that I was like freaked out. Like, what the hell was that?
Colin, do you have anything like that?
I couldn't sleep. That was the only thing for me, is like, I didn't have anything necessarily scary, but just like, it was like really hard for me to fall asleep, and just, obviously I felt just like weird after.
It's also
after
crazy.
filming.
I mean, Tori's saying that like she goes to the forest and then she had a shadow man follow her back home.
Oh shit, she did say that actually. Well, fuck. I think you're screwed, Tyler.
Good luck, Tyler.
Dude, I better not be anything, nothing better following me back. You know what's scary now? Thinking about it, dude. Connor, remember in that last session how it was saying, I remember you, all, and just going against all of that stuff?
Wait. Oh, what the Tyler? What the dude? Hold on. My phone. That's weird. It
Put it
just
on speaker.
Disconnected our... Tyler?
Can you hear me?
What the It just disconnected me from the Bluetooth. Oh, what
really?
the fuck? Yeah, no, now you're back. All right, that was strange. So, basically, just to sum it up for the video, you couldn't sleep, you were having bad dreams that you can't remember, and you feel like out of the corner of your eye, you glimpsed a shadow.
Oh,
man.
dude, no, I completely saw something, but I looked away because I just was not having it.
Oh, so you actually like looked at it.
100% saw something in the corner of the room. Not in the corner of my eye, the corner of my room.
That, dude. I'm sorry we had that idea to go out there. What did
I mean, hey, don't be sorry. This is what we do, you know what I mean? But this is the first time I've ever had an experience like this that I just can't explain.
Did it seem like a man, or what did it seem like?
It seemed like a taller man type figure, yeah. If I'm gonna go off of what I've seen fast, you know what I mean?
Damn, dude. That's concerning.
That's very concerning.
I mean, luckily nothing feels off at the moment, but I mean, hopefully that's just it, you know?
That was though what
hopefully
she
it goes
said.
over to you guys.
Yeah, she said that a shadow thing has followed her home. We didn't even tell him that. That's what's f***ing trippy about this. Like, we didn't even
No, I have no idea what you guys fully talked about,
And,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Other than she had some, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I forgot about that until Connor even just brought that up. That's f***ing crazy, dude. It's a little scary. But, well, that's crazy, man. Make sure to try to protect yourself however you want to do that, because apparently this thing will follow you, according to Tori. Maybe you're giving her a little bit of a break, though.
Dude, imagine she like reaches back out to you guys and be like, hey, nothing's here anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, and then you reach back out 3 days from now. Guys, there's a f***ing shadow
It's still
man,
here.
and he's watching
It's still
me
here.
pee.
It gave me nightmares every night.
I hope not.
It scared my
Oh,
wife.
buddy. Well, we're sending
No.
you our good vibes and good energy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, shit,
Yeah, why do you
brother.
have to follow me?
You're staying
I'm
close
actually.
to home.
I'm glad that it didn't follow me this time. Sorry, Tyler.
Jesus, dude.
Well, you want to pause that, Connor?
Yep.
Good luck, boyo.
I don't know what it is about this forest, but it just seems like there's a overwhelming just darkness and evil that is just within these forests. I mean, all the murders that have happened, bodies dumped, it's aliens, everything that you could name has happened in this forest. And there's so much mystery behind it. I mean, most of these things have never been solved, caught on camera, but I really feel like, I mean, what we had happen in this video shows, at least somewhat, how dark this place can be. And I definitely do not want to go back.
So the Freetown
Time for you to go back.
State Forest, I mean, this is just... The stories in that place are heartbreaking, they're disturbing, they're harrowing. You have serial killers, you have cult murders, you have one-off kills, you have indigenous burial mounds, all sorts, every type of spirit and energy. Ghosts, demons, pukwudgies, they're all inside of that forest. And it's a huge forest. I mean, it's just so dark and ominous when you're back there. Like Connor said, the way the trees bend over the paths, and it's truly like when you're walking through there, people don't understand how scary that is. You're 45 minutes into the forest, pitch black, 360, nobody around you, nobody to seek for help. And something was targeting us. Something, I don't know, I don't know what it is. Now, Tori said that after the investigation, she had a bunch of stuff happen in her apartment. And it's only been a couple days since we filmed that video, so I'm curious to see, what she's going to record next. But there's so much mystery here. I don't know if the forest chose her, if the spirits of victims and killers attached to her. There's just so much mystery in those woods.
Again, she doesn't put her foot down enough, and I think that
I think I'm good for now.
It intensifying is only scaring her and turning her more sheepish about it. She really does need to seek more help if she's not going to
This was an extremely
be able to
fun
do it herself.
Just tiring video to film.
And maybe she should actually really hang on her hat on going back on that forest, really staying there very long.
Keep investigating, guys. Thanks again for watching, and stay spooky.
The notorious haunted mansion. Thank you all for watching. And with that, and with advertisements for the channel here, I must also add, check out the links down below if you want to find my channels, my socials, and most importantly to me, the little merch store, where I've made some things and bits and things. But yes, it seems like so far the planned schedule to update how I'm doing videos and getting back onto a more regular schedule is working so far. We're going to get this video uploaded as quickly as I can. And over yesterday and today, you should be seeing these videos, although it's going to be a couple days after the release date and filming of this video. But do stay tuned for more. Everything else should be like about an hour or at least 2 hours or less, so it makes it a lot easier to film. And when we're finally caught up with all the paranormal stuff, we will again begin playing some more Thief. So stay tuned for that as well if you're interested in catching what we do in the shadows. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again next time. Pleasant dreams.